Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello, people, and welcome to Footy Judge Mo. Alonso to Chelsea is getting close. That's why Quest has his glasses. He's ready. My man is ready, of course, for the Chelsea resurrection. Chelsea to challenge for the league next season with Caicedo and Palmer and all the boys, of course.
Yeah, that's going to win it.
Absolutely. They're not going to win it. They're going to challenge.
Yeah.
Why do they never get any pressure to win it when they've spent $2 billion?
Money's not an indication of progress, man.
But Howard Webb is the audio and all the stuff about Arsenal and everything. Liverpool, actually, there is a big rumor today that actually Liverpool might actually rush to get Alonso ahead of Arne Slot. Actually today, just because they are panicking. But we'll talk about all of this. Manchester City with Pep leaving. And Ashraf is here after being proven wrong. He's going to apologize to all Arsenal fans about saying that the league is over. Now he thinks that they're going to win the league now.
Yeah.
You literally gave up on the league. You gave up on the league. Don't lie now. Don't lie now. You gave up on the league. Did you or did you not give up on the league?
I said, I said City will win it. That doesn't mean I said it's over. I said we have a chance, but City would win it.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Guys, hit that like button, people. Subscribe to the channel. Let's get right into it right away. Where do we start? Alonso to Chelsea thing, or we start with Arsenal City?
We always don't let.
By the way, so did you, Mo, and so did Husam. By the way, I don't know why you guys are acting like you didn't say
No. I didn't do what you and Husam did. I said I think City are favorites now, and they bottled it. And I'm gonna actually play you a video. It's in Arabic, but it's an
you said City are gonna win it. By the way,
I said City are favorites.
Which means by your wait. No. You know the problem for you, Mo, yeah? The problem for you, Mo, 1 second, is that I've done so many streams with you, and alhamdulillah, I have a goldfish memory with other things than my wife. My wife keeps saying I have a goldfish memory. With football, with football, I have the memory of an elephant. When Mo asked me earlier in the season, who's your favorite? I said, this team's favorite, but I think this team could win it. Wait, I know. And Mo said, no, favorite means you think this person is going to win it. If you think someone is a favorite, that means you think this team is going to win it. So if you thought City were favorites, that means you thought City were going to win it. By your own definition.
I thought City are closer to win it 100%. The word favorite means that this team, the difference is when people
winning,
say,
it's semantics.
Yeah, baby, no, it's not semantics. When people, I'm going to give you the difference. If I go Arsenal, Real Madrid, if I do what Don Husam did, and I said that I think it's 0%, Arsenal winning, that means I don't think there's a chance, right? That's what people said. There is no chance that Arsenal winning now. They
So
bottled
you're
it, blah,
that
blah,
type
blah,
of
all
guy,
this
yeah?
stuff.
You will throw me under the bus. Great.
Malish, I had to prove a point. I'm
معلش.
sorry. I had to prove I'm sorry. I had to prove a point. Anyway, Quest.
Yes.
Sam. Okay, guys, we're gonna come to the Arsenal talk. Just I want to get this on the football terrace. We didn't get to debate it. Every one of us said his own opinion about what Chelsea do with Alonso.
Yeah.
What Sam's point was a simple point. Why would I trust Chelsea if they have failed so many managers before, like Maresca and Pochettino? Why would I have to say and put my neck on the line for Chelsea? My argument, I'm going to tell you my argument, and I want also Ashraf
Best
and Kel-
watches the terrace, so he knows my argument already.
I don't think you watched that part.
He did?
My,
I didn't watch that bit. I didn't watch that bit though.
It was in the beginning of the video. Quest is at work. I
Lies.
know that. He said he always watches the last part of the straight back. My argument, Chelsea have a good squad. Chelsea have a good team, apart from the left winger. Chelsea have a good enough team that if a manager like Mikel Arteta gets time with him, a manager like a Pep Guardiola, a manager that has a reputation that is a good manager, I think he makes it work. And if he is given a little bit of a say in the transfer window, and by the way, the articles are already out there that he demanded 4 players to be signed in the transfer window, I think he makes it work. And Husam has defined work. Work for me is basically getting Chelsea comfortable in top 4 because the squad is capable of it. I think the squad is much better than being 9s or 10s. That's my opinion.
I agree. I think I get why people would say, why would a manager like that trust the board? Because of what we've seen so far. But I think there's individual contextual reasons for why each manager didn't work long term. For me, Poch was never going to work. I was shocked when they hired him in the first place. But I tried to take positives from it, being like, well, if he gets to a Champions League final with Tottenham, then of course he can.
Someone
do the
is
same.
typing really loud, by the way.
Ashraf,
think
he's ready
it's
in his
Kelk.
Arsenal arguments.
No, it wasn't. It's Kelk. It's
Oh,
Kelk.
Okay.
I heard it last time as well.
So yeah, no, I completely understand it. To me, to be fair, the thing I think with Alonso is, look, if it happens, it's great. Nobody can deny that it'd be a great managerial signing. Nobody can deny that 2 seasons ago or 3 seasons ago, whenever it was, when he won unbeaten with Leverkusen, nobody can deny that they thought he was one of the best managers in the world. We've seen the interview with Mourinho from a number of years ago saying that based on the people that he's worked with, he has all the foundations to be a great manager. And we've seen managers with less pedigree come here and get a final or get a trophy or push for top 4. So I would agree. Solid progress to me would look like being comfortable in the top 4 because it's not what we've been able to do for the last 4 years. That needs to change before we can even start thinking about really being title challengers or, being in a title race. But I said at the start of the season, the goal for me, looking at the squad we had, looking at where the club is at, that top 4 finish and a trophy is my goal. We might not do either of those after this weekend. However, if we come away with the FA Cup and qualify for Europa League, I will be able to stomach it knowing we're getting Alonso or Iraola. I'll be able to stomach it. And by stomach it, I mean my stomach's upset, but I'm gonna take some Pepto-Bismol, man. I'm gonna settle my stomach with some medicine and get back to supporting my club. I think, to be honest as well, and it won't make me popular online, but I think one of the issues right now at Chelsea is they're kind of damned if they do, damned if they don't, because of how they've made decisions in the past, whereby if you bring in Alonso, people are ready to say, well, Alonso must not be good because Liverpool have turned him down. And if he's going to join a club like Chelsea, then he must not be good. Equally, if we don't get Alonso, and I think what's actually happening potentially is there's a bit of a power play, like Chelsea love to use PR. I think they're really waiting to get Iraola, to be honest with you. I think people will say, yeah, he's a great manager. He's done it in the Prem, but he's not the name that we're looking for. So this is not the signing we want. And then they'll go on just bombarding Blueco with how rubbish they are. So I think they're a little bit damned if they do, damned if they don't. If I was them, I would push as hard as you can to get Alonso. If you can't get Alonso, you get Raiola. If you can't get Raiola, you get Fabregas. And it ends there. If you can't get any of those three, just go into the next season with McFarlane.
Well, I want
keep it
to
apart.
ask you something for it. How comparable this squad to the rest of the league?
I think, to be honest, the start of the season, right up until Maresca got sacked, showed that we were top 6 team minimum. And a team that
Like,
should
how
be
comparable
fighting.
your team is to a Liverpool team, for example?
I love how we're always the measuring stick. every
Okay,
single
how
time.
about Arsenal? How close are you to Arsenal?
No, we're
Far.
not. We're
Far.
not close.
You guys think it's far from Arsenal?
But there's two things to it.
But
Because
why do I judge Chelsea players with the bad manager? Like, Gabriel and Saliba are coached under Mikel Arteta for years and they formed that partnership, right?
yes,
طب okay, do you
Korean
agree Liverpool have a bad manager this season?
100%. That's why I
Great.
don't judge all your
Understand
players
دقيقة.
with them.
I don't
Liverpool with a
think
bad
Liverpool have a
manager.
bad manager.
One
I just
second.
think you've got a
Liverpool with a
manager who's
bad
not
manager
getting
are
best
4th.
squad.
Chelsea with a bad manager are 9th. Isn't that
No,
already a
but-
measuring stick for the squad?
It's not, because Chelsea have a way worse manager than Arne Slot, who has been with the same team for 2 years.
Yeah,
Are
and
you-
even
are-
under
are you
and
being
even under
serious or are you
Maresca,
joking?
even under
Can I-
Maresca, we
can
had
I
a
tell- can
way,
Under Maresca, they were ahead of you on the table.
and we
then
had
they
a
got
and
Rosenior
Maresca
and
was
then they
way
fell.
experienced. Yeah, then both
Okay,
those managers.
So Maresca's less experienced than Arne Slot, and he had this Chelsea team ahead of Liverpool. Now they let him go. They hired Rosenior. They are way behind Liverpool. Why are
You know,
why,
Sean
why am I?
mentioned it earlier on. It's like glass half full for Chelsea, but glass half empty for Liverpool. All the Liverpool players have a sample size behind them, and tighter race and everything. The Chelsea players have not proven it whatsoever, but we're supposed to sit up here and compare them. And I explained this to you last time. The problem is you have such high standards for Liverpool that you look at us at such a different level compared to your low standards of Chelsea. So because we have low standards and the way that we look at Chelsea is so low, like the pathetic institution that they are, we always like to look at the positives. Like Caicedo's very good and Enzo's very good
Yeah, it's
and,
true, he is good.
Pedro's very good. But when we look at Liverpool, because our expectation headed into the season was win the league, we look at the players and think these players are all trash. If I look at Liverpool right now, legitimately, probably 15 Liverpool players make Chelsea's team and squad better by far. Like they would improve Chelsea tenfold, and they have a
15 is
sample
crazy,
size
but I do
behind
hear
them,
you.
and they have tighter races, and they have PFA team of the season appearances behind them. So I have a huge sample size. So by definition, just with a sample size argument, why should I trust Chelsea? What has Chelsea shown me for me to trust them? Go on, tell me. Quest, convince me. Go ahead.
I'm
Convince me
confused.
why
I don't
I
even know where we
should trust
started.
Why I should trust the owners, the scouts, and the team. Go on.
I don't think you should trust the owners. Because I think they've given you a reason not to trust them. So I wouldn't say anybody should trust the owners. But what I would say is you should, as a normal human being and football fan, you should give yourself time to see if people are willing to change their tune. For me, I've always said going into this summer, whether it was Maresca or not, you've got to do something about the players you're bringing in. Maresca was helping us compete at a level that we probably shouldn't have been at, because the players that we had in the squad, we could clearly see needed upgrading. But after Club World Cup, I said fourth and above is good for me. So I can't act like I thought we were crap. We weren't crap, but this is way off. But under Maresca, it's not like I thought we were title contenders. So for me, I just look at it like, okay, this season things have to change in the summer. Let's hope they change in the summer. If they don't change in the summer, then you have every reason to say, yeah, Chelsea are a dead institution and blah, 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 blah. But I don't think it'd be right to say Chelsea are a dead institution right now. I think that's just internet slop, I'll be honest. And I respect it, but I think it's people taking cheap shots, because you can't say Chelsea are a dead institution and be in 2 finals last year, win it, be in a final the year before and be in a final the year before that. It doesn't happen. Teams
2 finals and win it. Conference League.
Yeah, but you can only win what's in front of you.
More until you realize everything
the
that you're
thing.
saying is proving my point. Yeah, Conference League final.
No, but at the end of the day, when Liverpool were in the
I
Europa
actually
League final
believe
against
that
Klopp,
Chelsea probably have 7 players that might start for Liverpool.
seven's
Yes,
a lot.
like,
Seven's a lot. I
start.
don't know about 7. I don't know it's about 11.
Wait, did you say start for Liverpool?
Start,
I don't know about 7.
Yeah.
Based off form
You
this season, they don't.
must- Oh my God, 7.
The way that they
Might.
played.
I'm saying that there are 7 players that actually might get into this Liverpool. Let me hear me out. Okay, hear me out.
The fullbacks,
Alisson-
obviously.
Okay, Alisson is going to Juventus. Okay, it's yesterday.
We don't know that for sure.
No, hold
Okay,
on.
he's
Okay,
playing the game already.
hold
He's
on.
playing
I'm
the
not.
game already.
Ashraf, he's gonna get sensitive.
Playing the game
Ashraf,
already.
hear me out.
Mamadashvili is better than their
Hold-
keepers anyway. So
Yeah,
still Liverpool
Mamardashvili
anyway.
is better than Sanchez.
He's still better than their keepers. So yalla, there you
I
go.
don't agree with that, but
So anyways, I don't see
Okay, hold on,
Mamadashvili
hold on.
making the mistakes Robert Sanchez makes. So even
Fine.
if I go by that logic.
but let's
His
not
logic
also,
is
no, hold
including
on.
next season.
Hold
But
on.
why are you including next season when we're talking about this season?
Guys, let's not also.
Why are you talking about next season's players when we haven't seen them kick a ball yet?
Yeah, but hold on. Let's not act like Sanchez also hasn't
Based
played
off form
a
this season,
But-
which Chelsea
ton
players
of
have.
goals.
he asked me a question. If I answer it, he's gonna
I know.
cry. I'm telling
I
you.
know.
I'm
No,
telling you.
no. Based on form this
He's gonna
season,
cry.
which
I am
Chelsea
telling you, he's
have.
gonna cry. Wallah, he's
Okay,
not gonna
here's
let
the
me
simple
answer.
question.
Here you
I'm
go.
gonna mute my mic.
Here you go.
Based on form this season, based on the way they play this season, which Chelsea players start for us? Go on.
Okay, the reason why I'm talking about next season, let me just talk now. The reason why I'm talking about next season, guys, because the conversation is this season is dead for Chelsea. Liverpool are going to make Champions League this season with Arne Slot. So I'm moving on from this season. In terms of Alisson leaving, for me, I do what reports are saying. Most likely, based on what everyone have said, even Liverpool fan channels, even Husam himself, they have done shows looking at the reports coming from Italy that Alisson already wants to go to Juventus and the fee's already like 20 million euros or something like this. And Mamardashvili is going to be... That's why Liverpool actually are looking for other goalkeepers. By the way, guys, they're looking for other goalkeepers to come in. By the way, there are rumors that they might sign Emi Martinez or James Trafford, right? So I am not here... I'm not anticipating something out of my ass, right? It's reports based on... In terms of Salah, we know that Salah is leaving, correct? So I don't count Salah into next season. Here comes the people that are talking. I think Sanchez is better than Mamardashvili. Commanding in the area, plays from the back is better than Mamardashvili. Maybe shot stopping, you can say this or that, but even Mamardashvili is not great in shot stopping, okay? The two fullbacks. So that's it. That's Judge Mo's opinion, and you can debate it, right? If Ashraf says, I think Mamardashvili is better than Sanchez, I wouldn't be mad if you have that take. You see that different Ashraf? I wouldn't be mad. Like, it's a debatable. Like, I think it's okay.
Not
The
because
fullbacks-
Mamadashvili is good. It's just because I don't trust Sanchez. I've lost faith in him like after so long.
Okay. I actually think Caicedo would start for Liverpool in the DM over anybody
I
in their
agree.
DM.
Yeah, I agree with
I
that.
think
Agree.
McAllister and Enzo Fernandez, they are kind of similar to each other in terms of
I would take
performances.
McAllister. Yeah.
Which is I
Good
would.
player.
Tell us
It
the
is.
7
It is.
players, just-
Hold
and
on.
then we'll
This is
argue
what I'm
after. Give
talking
us
about,
their
Ashraf.
names, and then we'll
Like,
argue after.
okay, Enzo Fernandez, he can start for Liverpool, and I don't think you would see a difference. So when I say that he can
Okay.
start, okay, I think
Okay.
Wirtz and Cole Palmer, that's an argument. Wirtz didn't do it in the Premier League.
Okay.
Palmer did it
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
Premier League.
Okay.
I think on the right winger, they don't even have a right winger yet. Salah is gone. They have
So you
Fearfull.
did Alisson is leaving based on rumors, but you didn't do Diomande is coming based on rumors. Or
No.
Barcola is coming
Hold
based
on. The confirmed. Okay, Diamande as of now, you aren't rumored to sign. They are rumored to sign
Guys,
Diamande.
next season Salah is leaving. We'll have no one. Right wing.
No. You
We'll
are
play
okay,
every game with 10 players.
Here is what Husam
It's
falters.
gonna be
Okay?
empty on the
Here
right
is.
hand
I'm
side.
gonna
It's
tell you
be no
guys.
one.
Here is what Husam.
So
here is
Pedro
where his
Neto
brain-
starts for Liverpool.
Here is what
because
Husam.
Liverpool have
Here is
no
where
right
Husam
winger.
brain gets crazy. Here is where Husam brain gets crazy. The confirmed rumors that Alisson is going is way more concrete than them signing Diamande. Signing Diamande for Liverpool is a rumor that currently RB Leipzig said we want to demand 100 million for him, 100 million euros. Currently.
Sean,
He
you
said
were
100
right.
million euros.
Glass half empty for us and half full for the other shit clubs. It's just how it goes.
I could be wrong
didn't
as well.
use
Isn't
this to Man
Diomande
United.
a left winger or is he? I thought
If
he's
you're
a left
gonna
winger,
claim
no?
that Pedro Neto or
am
any
I wrong?
Chelsea winger starts
Doesn't
at
it?
Liverpool, you have lost complete credibility because Cody Gakpo, who is shit, is better than all Chelsea wingers. Cody Gakpo is better than them all.
He is. I agree with that.
Yeah, I don't
No,
think
it is.
anyone's
That's
watched
the thing.
Diamande.
There is a reason. There is a reason why Liverpool in a horrendous season is 4th and Chelsea in a horrendous season is 9th.
Because
it's
you
not
have a
just
better manager.
It's
Because you have a
also
better
quality
manager.
of
It is a
players.
better manager.
I tried to explain this to you last time. The problem is your mindset coming into the season is Liverpool have to challenge, Liverpool have to win, Liverpool spent 450 million. So you hold our players to ridiculous standards compared to Chelsea players. Mathalan, I'll give you an example. We all agree this season Gravenberch has been trash, correct?
Agree.
If I use the standard that you hold Gravenberch to, Caicedo is also trash. Because Caicedo this season on form, Caicedo cost them against Leeds. Brighton played like shit. Listen, let's not go through the games, yeah? You can legitimately, no agenda, name 10 games this season where Caicedo, I'm not even going to say was trash, I'm going to say was below average.
I would destroy your argument right away. Who would start for
But
you
he's-
as the
but he's
DM?
better
Caicedo
than
and
them, no?
Gravenberch? Exactly this. So you see that, Ashraf? Who would
Ashraf,
start?
I'm not
So forget
debating
form.
who's better point.
So forget
I'm
form.
saying, look
Okay.
at
No,
the
no,
way
no,
that-
no, 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 no,
the
no. You're not doing this.
standards that you
Answer
hold
the damn
Liverpool
question.
player
No,
to
you aren't doing
versus
this. You aren't
the
doing
standards
this.
you hold the Chelsea player to.
Answer the damn
Like,
question.
he
Who
says
would
it
you
so
take
much
at their best?
Caicedo can start for
Bro,
Liverpool.
he does
But
this
okay,
mental
he's
gymnastics
better
thing.
than the DM we
Based on
have.
form.
He's better
He
than
does
the
this
DM
and
we
does
have,
that.
but we haven't
Based on
seen it.
form.
Okay, by
He
the
does
way,
this
you only
shit.
got to 4 players. Who's the other 3? Go on.
For
Who's the
what?
other?
I think
You
the
got
right
four
winger
players.
starts. I
Enzo,
think the
Mikel,
right
Caicedo.
winger. Yeah, Habibi. Goalkeeper. 2 fullbacks. Right?
Yeah.
Caicedo.
Who
Enzo
fullbacks
Fernandez. Their fullbacks are better than yours.
Who? Gusto? He's not better than Frimpong.
Reece James.
He means Reece James and Kukureya. He means Reece
Bro,
James
bro,
and Kukureya.
in my opinion, by the way,
I
this is
would
Judge Mo's
agree with
opinion.
that.
I actually
Reece
think
James
Reece
doesn't
James
play.
and Malo Gusto are better than Frimpong as right back.
Reece James on ability is the best right back in the whole league, but he
No.
doesn't play.
I think Malo
Yeah,
Gusto
nice
is a better
one.
right back than Frimpong.
I never
Are you
denied
mad?
that, but he doesn't play, bro. He doesn't play.
No. Malo Gusto is
doesn't
better than
play
Frimpong
either.
as right back.
And also, when you say Kirkus has been
Why
trash
is
this
he-
season,
As a right back in a back four, he's
trash.
better.
okay, guys, Kirk has been trash this season. Why has Cucurella not been trash? Why?
No, Kukurea has been trash in the back end of this season for sure. But up until his injury, he was the best left back in the league. For me, personally.
No, he wasn't.
The only other person I would have maybe said was definitely clear of him was probably Hincapié. Not Hincapié, sorry, Calafiori. And that's based on going going back.
We're all better, bro.
Well, look, I think that argument is fair to say they're close
Yeah,
together.
but that's my point, Quest.
Yeah,
He
I
holds
agree.
Liverpool players to a ridiculous standard, but he doesn't do it to the other clubs. Like, okay, Kirk has been trash this season, but I've never denied this. But why? When you say, like,
you're
here's my problem. Here's my problem.
You denied
Let me
it.
land,
You
let me
denied
land.
it.
I'm gonna
No,
say
no,
one
no, I'm
sentence.
not gonna fucking
I'm gonna
hear you
say
land.
one sentence.
You denied
When
it.
you
You
say
lied.
Kirkus is trash,
You denied
we
it. No,
agree.
we're not
But
doing this shit.
Cucurella's also
You denied
trash.
it.
So why
You
does
sat
Sarabia
here
not
and
have
on
a trash?
MHF
makes
fighting
no
with me. Bro, he sat here on MHF fighting with me. Kirkus has been good. Kirkus has been good. Don't do this, Mo. Kirkus has been good.
Yeah,
Look
Kirkus
at
was
Kirkus.
good
He
for
has been
4
good.
games.
Wallah al-Azim, shows and shows. Now, he's like, but Kirkus has been trying. Kirkus has been good, Mo. Kirkus has been good. Don't
talking
do
about
this, Mo.
overall this
Don't be
season.
disingenuous.
Compared to
Kirkus has
5
been one
games.
of the best players of us.
Guys, his face is red, and
I
he's
think-
laughing because you know I'm right.
I think. I personally think 4 Chelsea players get into this Liverpool 11. I'm not going to talk about the right winger because I don't know who Liverpool are getting, right? So I
Yeah,
don't think
that's
it's fair to say I cannot compare Neto with no one. I need to have someone to compare with. So I'm not going to talk of the right winger. I think the 2 fullbacks get in.
You
I think
can
Caicedo and
compare it with Frimpong.
no, but come on, like Frimpong
Frimpong
is not going to
doesn't
be their right
play.
winger
He's
next
injured
season,
all the
right? Like
time.
let's be honest. So I think Kukureya and James get in. I think Caicedo and Palmer get in. If you want to add Enzo, the thing is I cannot add Enzo because I need to have Szoboszlai there regardless. So even if
Yeah.
I want to say Enzo's better than McAllister,
fair,
Szoboszlai still
fair,
makes it
fair.
regardless.
Our
Jump
season
in.
fares,
Left winger, it's crazy to say that everyone is garbage, but Gakpo's better
No,
than all
but
the
Gakpo
garbage.
is a
Oh
better
yeah,
than all
Gakpo's
of them.
miles better.
And I love Joao Pedro. I think he's incredible, but I would take a
Ekitike.
healthy fit Isak. Yeah,
Me too.
Ekitike. No, I
And
would take
Ekitike.
Pedro over Ekitike. I don't think I'll
Oh,
take
okay.
Ekitike over Pedro, but I would take Isak over both of them.
Oh yes, yes.
You know, Liverpool
That's
fans
for
are
me
so
four
sensitive.
players.
Yeah,
Yeah,
know,
that's-
Liverpool fans are so sensitive. They turn into the sensitive Arsenal fans every time you talk about their team. By the way, I actually noticed that most of fan bases turn into sensitive when you talk about their team. Like they talk about, like they get so sensitive. By the way, very, very sensitive when you talk about their team. Like super duper sensitive. Like no, don't do that. We're great.
Because you're comparing Premier League
bench
champions
wise,
to a team
guys,
that finished
Ben,
ninth.
bench wise,
Not yet.
bench wise,
Danny, where are we
Chelsea
talking?
have Hato and Malo Gusto They have Andre Santos. They have Lavia.
Oh wow, they have Andre Santos, Lavia. Wow, fantastic.
Lavia's never fit. What are you talking
They've
about?
had them since fucking August. They're 9.
Don't
No,
do
no, no,
this.
That's the reason why they're 9.
Kelk,
No. To be fair,
if you do Lavia's injured, I'm gonna do Isak injured, and now we're getting into a very muddy water here.
Yeah, Lavia
If
makes
we
a
do,
big-
I'm gonna go into
Yeah,
a
you
very muddy
can
water.
make that argument. I don't care.
I am
No,
gonna
but it's
go
not the
into
same.
a
But
very
the
muddy
reason it's
water.
not the same. The reason it's not the same is because Lavia has recurrent, consistent injury problems. Isak doesn't. So
That's-
this
Isak's
Isak
had a lot of
injury is an
hamstring
anomaly.
injuries at Newcastle.
I think played 29 or 30 games. Lavia hasn't played 28 games total since he signed for Chelsea.
That's true.
Fine.
That's true. That's true.
What are we
that's true.
doing here?
Yeah.
This is the thing. This is my problem. This same conversations I had with Mo 3 years ago. Same exact conversation when Liverpool finished 5th under Jurgen Klopp. Copy paste. Salah might fall off. Van Dijk might fall off. The players are not good. And then the season after Liverpool.
You had
challenged
Jurgen Klopp. You had
Liverpool,
Jurgen Klopp. You
the
had
rest of
Jurgen
them
Klopp.
all went to the shits. Khalas, now it's confirmed. Man United will keep Carrick. With Chelsea, we will see in the summer if they change the way that they operate in the transfer window.
Yeah.
Do I trust Luko? No.
No.
Until I see it with my own eyes, and then I will consider their team when I see it with my own eyes.
That's fair.
I think it's very simple. Next season in December, Mo, when we're doing shows with each other, and I'll be very jarring and very irritating, and I will
You're
make you
irritating anyway now. You're
No, no,
irritating
okay,
anyway.
no problem.
Your
I'll make
feet,
you
your feet
rattled
were
every
kicked up in
single
the beginning of the
stream.
season. You were
I'll make your
apologetic.
veins
No,
pop
no, 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 no.
every
Ya
single
Habibi,
stream.
Ya Habibi,
When
the
all
problem.
the United fans are Carrick out,
By the
and
way,
all the Chelsea fans are
aren't-
complaining about Luko again,
No, no, no.
I
I'm
remind
gonna
you of
tell
all
you,
these dumbass
don't-
conversations.
ladies
so
and
hopefully
gentlemen,
2 seasons later, you don't make the
tell
same
the
error.
people, ladies and gentlemen, the difference between me and Husam, I didn't say that Chelsea are going to be better than Liverpool. I didn't say that. But I'm
Yeah, you just
saying
said
that
7 of
there
the
is a
players start
conversation. There is a conversation. that have-
7 of their
But
players
I don't know why you
start
have.
for us.
I don't know why you have.
To be
I
fair,
don't
he
know
said
why-
think. He
don't-
said think.
no, no, hold
The
on.
players start for
Hold
us.
on. Don't
So in a
don't.
combined 11, 4 Liverpool players get in, but he didn't say that we were better. He's rattled because he knows I'm right. By definition, you don't have to say things directly, chat. I'm okay being on the big screen. Alhamdulillah, I've been on TV before. If you say 7 players start for Liverpool, by definition, you're saying that the team is better. You don't have to directly say the team is better.
You actually, this is the thing, guys. I actually said that 7 Chelsea players can start for Liverpool team. Here is the thing about Liverpool. That Husam, don't interrupt me now. Okay, not your chance. Not your chance. Here is the thing about it. I don't think the difference between Liverpool and Chelsea teams are as far as Husam makes it be. Well, Liverpool can go and sign players and make their team better. But I want Husam here to tell me from now. Here is the thing. Here is the argument here. Okay. As he said in the summer that his feet were kicked up. Okay. Right. If Chelsea get Alonso and they do exactly what they are reporting to the media, that's Judge Mo's point. Correct. He's typing in the chat because he wants to be proven right. Ah, guys, my soldiers in the chat put 1-0.
You're
Husam
so
I
rattled.
can put 1-0.
You said don't
because it's,
interrupt you. I'm not interrupt you.
because he's putting
I'm
in the
letting
chat.
you
Anyway,
talk. I
long
can
story
tell
short,
you
I
to
want
control.
him now.
Look,
I
I
want
don't
it
want
like
to
because
interrupt you.
he's like,
Go ahead.
my guys, put 1-0 in the chat so I can be proven right. I've been on TV. Anyway, listen to me. Okay, long story short, guys. I am saying it's not as clear cut as people make it be that Liverpool with Arne Slot next season, if Chelsea get Xabi Alonso and they give him the power that it's reported yesterday that Liverpool are miles better than Chelsea. There is a conversation to be had here about where the teams finish and what improvement can Chelsea do, right? I'm not stupid. I'm not going to say that Chelsea with Xabi Alonso will win the league next season. The difference is Husam is saying that here's the difference between me and him, right? And I hope that he's here so he doesn't know that. Here's the difference, and people in the chat need to hear this. Husam is saying that when Arne Slot, he literally said that, with Arne Slot next season, if we get the right signings, what is stopping Liverpool of winning the league? So that is the claim that he made. And I think that is way beyond. Arne Slot is very hard for me to sit here and believe that he's going to turn it around with the likes of Diamondi, with the likes of Adam Morton, that they're going to turn it around to win the Premier League. I'm not saying that Chelsea will win it. That's a difference. I'm not saying Chelsea will win it. Are Liverpool closer to win the title than Chelsea? Probably because Van Dijk, they have Alisson. But if Alisson goes and Salah is gone, I think keeping Arne Slot I don't think that Liverpool. I wouldn't put $1 for Liverpool winning the title next season, especially if you get a young player like Diamonde. I wouldn't put $1 on Chelsea as well to win the league. That's what people don't understand. But the thing about it, I don't do polarizing. I don't do 0%. Right? But for Chelsea, I don't think Chelsea will win
7
the league
players
next
start
season.
is not polarizing enough.
It's not. 7 players can start because you don't have a right
7
winger.
Chelsea players
Yes.
yes. for starting 11. Correct. That's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
polarizing
Yes.
at all.
Okay, you know what, Husam? You cannot argue any of the players I said.
No, I did. I made an argument, but you didn't listen.
Can we start?
Okay,
no,
this
no.
is my argument.
Can we
Let's go to the
start
left
with the
back as
goalkeeper?
an example.
Yeah, Habibi, stop.
Let me give you an example.
لا Husam,
I've let you talk.
stand. Can you start with the goalkeeper? Is it a
I
debatable?
don't want to start with the goalkeeper. I'm gonna.
No, you don't get to say. You don't get to say what you want.
No, I.
You
do,
don't get to
because
say what.
I
It's
have
my
a point
argument.
I'm trying to
No.
make.
You don't get to say what you want. It's my
I do
argument.
get to
You
say
don't
what I
get to
want.
say what you want.
That's the
You
whole
can-
point of me
I
being here.
can. You
I
said
don't
what you
have to
wanted
say what
already.
no one.
No.
Because you're going to a
You
position
already
that's
said what you
ambiguous
wanted.
to me.
You
You're
already
going
said
to a
what you
position
wanted.
that's ambiguous to me.
Yeah, Habibi, I
You're
am
going
not
to a
gonna.
position that's ambiguous.
Yeah,
like
Habibi,
my
I'm
two
gonna go
uncles
through every
drunk at a
position. This is
birthday party.
ridiculous.
Okay, wait.
I am
I'll try.
going through every position.
Ashraf, he's going
Wait,
to a
one second.
position where
Yeah,
Liverpool
I
could
understand.
sign
I'm
a player
gonna
in
go
the
through
summer. I
every
don't know who he
position.
is.
I am gonna go
You get
through
it?
every position.
Yani,
He's
I don't
not
know who the
listening.
Liverpool
He
keeper
doesn't
will
want to
be next
listen,
season.
bro.
Correct.
doesn't want
But
to
okay, wait.
listen.
One second. See, I'm gonna be
He
fair. I'm
doesn't
gonna be
want to
fair.
listen.
One second,
Francis
Mo.
Khalil
One
Sofia.
second. I'm gonna be fair, yeah. If Mo's saying that 7 players he thinks can start for Liverpool next season, he's going with the assumption of Mamardashvili as keeper. So we can
Yes.
go with that argument. Now, if you want to say, Husam, that no, we have this keeper that we're getting, we can bring that into the argument. But
Yeah.
for most argument, I understand why he's saying I'm gonna take Mamardashvili into account versus whoever Chelsea have.
Okay.
That part I
Can I say
understand.
one sentence? The
But I
reason
think it's
why I don't
unfair
want
is
to
let
for
him
him
mod-
to
see,
say-
I'm see,
Wallahi
I'm
last
moderate.
thing, wallahi
I'm
last
letting him
thing.
moderate.
Husam,
You
Husam,
moderate.
Uqsim billah, last thing,
Ashraf,
Uqsim
you
billah, last thing.
moderate the debate.
Uqsim
Fine.
billah. Wallahi, last point. Where I think it
billah
could
mean?
be. Uqsim billah means I swear by God. I swear by God.
Yeah, okay.
It's a thing we Arabs say all the time. Where I think he might be unfair is if he says, I would take a right winger because we don't know who the right winger is. Okay, then you have to exclude that position. That's what I think it's unfair. But anyways,
Completely
but keeper, I hear his
excluded?
point.
I
Okay,
would,
let
okay,
me now
you know
speak.
what? You know what?
The
No,
reason
no,
why
yeah.
I didn't want to bring up the goalkeeper, everyone in the chat and on the panel will understand my point, except Mo, because he just wants to argue. Yeah, I don't know who the Liverpool keeper will be next season. I don't know. So you're arguing a position I don't know. Yani, Liverpool have been linked with Trafford. We might get Trafford. So do you want me to go like
I'm not gonna
Sanchez
sell to
versus
you.
Trafford versus Mamardashvili? Are we doing triple threat match? I don't know who the keeper will be. We might sign a keeper. We might not sign a keeper. Right winger.
طب I
I
can
don't
do
know
the
who
same.
the right winger
Okay,
will be.
so let me
يعني
respond to this,
مثلا one
Ashraf.
second. Let me land.
نخلص
Ashraf,
يعني.
moderate. He's interrupting Ashraf. He's interrupting because I'm destroying his point. Let me
Yalla,
land.
Let me
So
moderate.
anyway.
Come on.
So there
Moderate,
are positions
Ashraf,
in the
wallahi
Liverpool
moderate.
team currently
I will, I will.
that
I can
are
talk.
ambiguous. يعني right wing Liverpool could get Diomande and we could get Mintet. I don't know yet.
So Husam, okay, Husam,
Liverpool
Can I
I'm
respond?
moderating.
Ashraf, moderate.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you respond,
Can I
Mo.
respond?
Before I'm gonna let Mo respond. Before Mo responds, Husam, so leave the right winger right now.
Yeah,
Do
the
you
only
agree?
player I
If,
know is Wharton. That's it. One player. I know.
yeah, one second. So leave that now. Do you agree before Mo goes in? Do you agree if Mamardashvili stays? Let's say Mamardashvili is the starting keeper next season. Who's the better keeper, him or Robert Sanchez?
I'm with Ashraf. Personally, I think Mamardashvili is better than Sanchez.
Fine.
But there's
so,
not
so
much
that's
in it. It's like 7 and 6.
Yeah.
fine. So that's one position you guys disagree on. Now, Mo, now you can proceed. We agree now. You said Sanchez.
I
you
will
said
do.
Mamardashvili.
Okay, I will
Continue.
do what Osam said. For me, I'm gonna speak in general so we can move on from this. If Osam is saying, yeah, I need to exclude the right winger, Ma'ana, there is other positions that are Chelsea are linked to. For example, if they get Xabi Alonso. Xabi Alonso
Give me
informed
an
Chelsea
example,
that,
like what?
that I can go and read the article. I forgot the names that they're linked to and they're
Yeah,
good
just tell me
names.
Positions.
Left winger,
Okay.
they need a center back, right?
طيب.
And the one I read, I can't remember. It's one of the midfield, attacking or number 8. So Xabi Alonso said, I need certain players in certain positions. I'm not gonna go in speculations, right? But the reason why I chose Alisson, guys, and the reason why I chose Alisson in particular, because Alisson, that rumor with Italy is so confirmed that most likely it will happen. I'm not saying I'm not in the know, right? But if the rumor are that close, and people from Juventus are saying we already made the deal, we agreed personal term, and people that are credible journalists said that he's keen on joining, and he hasn't renewed the contract now and has 1 year left, that is paired. See, I'm very logical. Paired with Mamarajvili coming last year saying that he wants to be the first goalkeeper, and him this season being the second behind Alisson, and he only played because Alisson got injured. It's more logical to me that I think that the starting goalkeeper, based on the investment that Liverpool did, is going to be Mamarajvili next season.
Yeah, fair. And
sense? Does that make sense?
and we already agreed more, but we already disagreed on the keeper. But what about the other positions? Fullbacks, I think.
Okay, now that we've done your argument,
non-negotiable.
let me do my argument. This is when I give the example of holding clubs to different standards. This is my example. مثلا, forget Liverpool. I'm going to use Arsenal as an example. Hello? I'm going to use the club that's top of the league. Zubimendi has been trashed this season. Zubimendi has been really bad. Okay, Habibi, the reason why we're speaking about Zubimendi this way is because Arsenal are going to win the league. So we're holding him to a much higher standard than we're holding the other players. In truth, if we are going to take a step back, Zubimendi objectively has been better than all the Chelsea midfielders, as an example.
Yeah.
Based on form. Now, my problem with the
Liverpool getting dropped
is the following. We, coming into the season,
Highest
all
standard.
of us on the panel said Liverpool will challenge, Liverpool will contend, Liverpool will win. So heading into the season, I'm holding every Liverpool player to an extremely high standard. Therefore, I'm using that standard as a measuring stick for the players. Now we go to Kerkez Cucurella as an example. Because Chelsea are shit, we say, yeah, Cucurella, he's all right. But because Liverpool have been such below their own standards, we say Kerkez is trash. But logically, if we sit here and we watch every single Kerkez and Cucurella performance, they're not that different. So when we make a blanket statement like Cucurella starts ahead of Kerkez, but my Habibi, based on the season, we've seen also Cucurella cook to fuck. We've seen I'm not even going to use a game from 5 years ago. Just the Monday game. Cucurella got abused by Bakwa from Nottingham Forest. We saw it.
True.
Bakwa toyed with him. Based on what I can just go like Cucurella starts off with Kerkez. But why? Ya Habibi, the season before that, Kerkez was in team of the season. He was looked at very highly by his fellow professionals. We know what Kerkez is capable of based off what Cucurella starts ahead of Kerkez. Because when we look at the Chelsea players, we don't hold them to the judging standard that I hold a Liverpool player to. Why? Because coming into the season, we said Chelsea, they might be up there. And they ended up failing and getting 9th. We said Liverpool will win the league, and they didn't, and we're 4th. So therefore, the judgment is not the same. And this applies to McAllister, to Gravenberch, to all these players. If we sit here, I promise you all, if we sit here and we watch every single Liverpool and Chelsea game, and we just observe Gravenberch and Caicedo, based off form, they're not that different. If you're asking me ability, yes, Caicedo is better than Gravenberch. Adi, Caicedo is a better deal.
But I think, Husam, the season, Cucurella and...
standard.
I think the season...
The Leeds game at home. They are up 2-0 and cruising. Caicedo causes literally Chelsea to concede the penalty, and then he makes a mistake for the second goal, and the game ends 2-2. Now let's imagine the same scenario. Liverpool are 2-0 up against Leeds, and McAllister makes those 2 mistakes. Everyone's coming on the stream after and going like, McAllister is one of the best midfielders in the world. Why is he so shit? Because we're holding him to a higher standard. Because we're coming to...
I agree, Husam, but I think even with that standard, I think while Caicedo has not had a good season, he still had a better season than Gravenberch, in my opinion. And I still think Cucurella, even though he wasn't great this season, at least from the games I've watched, I know you guys watch every single game because you do the watch-alongs, I still think Cucurella had better performances than Kerkez overall this season. And if I go by previous years, last year Gravenberch was mental. He was out of this world. But if I go by the last 2-3 years, I would still edge Caicedo and Cucurella over Gravenberch and Kerkez. So I still think that, but I agree with you. I think 7 is excessive because I think Mo included all 3 Chelsea midfielders, which for me is a bit surprising because I think Szoboszlai is better than all their midfielders.
I will concede on this 100%. Yes.
Yeah, and I the keeper, fair enough. I
completely forgot about Szoboszlai.
And the forwards.
Yeah,
you should have said Cole Palmer.
Right forward, I'm not counting.
That might have saved
yeah,
you
but
on the Verts one, but
maybe,
even still,
maybe,
even still.
Yeah,
I think, to be honest, yeah,
Gakpo as an example, he's still better than all the Chelsea forwards, and he's one of our worst forwards.
no, Gakpo's not better than all the
He's
Chelsea
better than
forwards, but yes,
Chelsea
he's better than
wingers,
the
not
wingers.
forwards.
Yeah.
Wingers,
That's what I said.
wingers.
Yeah.
The thing is, as well, it's hard because what will end up naturally happening is sometimes you will argue based on form, sometimes you'll argue based on class. The truth is, like someone like Gravenberch had a great season last year, is a top player. On form, he's one of the best players in the league. I don't know if we've seen enough of his case study to say he's a world-class player consistently. I think we've seen from Caicedo that he has that level within him. Just right now, he's not on good form. But that doesn't mean Gravenberch is a bad player. And that goes for a lot of these players in both of these squads. Like,
Yeah.
it's the argument for why you say someone like Enzo Fernandez is really hard to judge. Realistically, the only teams in for him right now are City, if you want to take some of the Twitter rumors, and Real Madrid. So he must be a good player. But in this team where you've already swapped a manager and then the team itself is not gelling, they look really bad. And I'm not going to argue against it. We're not performing well, so we can't have any other argument around it. But I think I think you are right, Husam, that people are a lot harsher to Liverpool because I think the truth is
That's only my point, bro.
people won't say is that I don't think people really like Liverpool. I'm not one of them. I ain't got a reason to dislike them. My dad's a Liverpool fan, right? But I think people don't really like Liverpool because they know when Liverpool are up, Liverpool are hard to stop. And also, having seen what Klopp did, they know that when Liverpool get behind their team, it's a very difficult team to have to deal with. And they're loud, they're noisy, they're in your face, and they get the job done.
Liverpool aren't as loud as others as well.
Yeah. And so similarly to Chelsea, we're in a bit of I want to say banter era right now. I think if you call it an era, it has to last a very long time. But we're in a bit of a phase
thing is,
right
Quest,
now.
if you ask me who's better,
joke.
Caicedo or Gravenberch, I'll tell you directly, Caicedo's better.
Yeah, 100%.
Who's better, Palmer or Verts?
Based off the
I want to know you. I want to know what you think. I want to know what you think.
Okay.
I want to know what you think.
Pure
I
talent,
think,
Cole Palmer.
what I think,
Yeah. What you think?
I think
Verts is
Verts.
better than Colbert. So you think
but
you think as a player in the Premier League, you think if Husam is choosing tomorrow between a number 10 here and number 10, you choose Verts.
Yeah, number 10, I'm choosing Verts. Yeah.
Verts, yeah.
Because I believe wholeheartedly
Even the
that
Chelsea
manager-
fan says that. Wow, okay.
Yeah, because based on pure
But
talent,
I
it's
wanted
Cole
to
Palmer.
know what people
That's fair,
think.
that's
you know?
fair.
That's my
Yeah.
That's
fair.
Cole Palmer,
I
for
will say
example,
this-
has had a bad year with Maresca. Forget Rossanier. From January until December, he was bad even under Enzo
Yeah.
Maresca.
Yeah, that's true.
was,
That's
yeah.
true. That's true.
So that's the
I
thing.
will
I'm
say
big
this, Husam, though. If these guys get Xabi Alonso, and if you believe the rumors that Bluco are going to invest differently, they're changing the strategy. I don't know if that is true, but let's assume that is true. You guys could be left behind if you don't make a big change this summer. I think you need to get rid of Slot, which I know you're advocating for and you're pushing
that's
anyways.
all I'm saying, Ashraf, but I'm accused of having an agenda.
You
No,
need
that's
to
not
get
all
rid
you're
of
saying.
Slot.
Wallah
Seven
al-Azim,
Chelsea
that's all I
players
said.
start for us.
Wallah
That's what you're saying.
al-Azim. Wallah, Ashraf, that's
Seven
exactly what I
Chelsea
said.
players start for us
But
is
I'm
not
being
a
accused of
Slot
having
goal.
an agenda, Ashraf.
Man.
Allah.
I hear
You
what you're
said
saying.
seven
I hear what
Chelsea
you're
He's
saying.
rattled. You know, he's riled up.
But
Because
But
I
Ashraf,
said that because he knows
You're
Husam is a
changing
very
your word,
smart
but
person.
you're arguing
Husam is a
from
very
the story.
smart. Husam is a very smart person,
Seven
right?
Chelsea
Husam
players start for
Husam
us.
is a very
Yeah,
smart
bro.
guy. He knows exactly what I said. With Alonso, these Chelsea players aren't gonna perform the same level as we are seeing them now. But Liverpool with Arne Slot, most likely these players are gonna perform as we see now. So it is fair for me to say that 7 players from the Chelsea team, because we are arguing next season. Are we arguing this season? No, we aren't. And we are arguing with Alonso at Chelsea, right? The reason why I can't argue anything else is that for me, if Chelsea don't get a top manager, and if Alonso rejects Chelsea, that means they failed to convince him, right? That means they aren't willing to invest and change their strategy. So the conversation is dead.
I
You get my
disagree with
point?
that, but I get your point.
I know you did. I know you do, by the way. Your argument is that even if they don't get Alonso, they will change the strategy. I don't believe so.
Well, no,
I
no.
believe-
It's more so for me. I think we've seen Bluco, yes, but also Chelsea in general. We've seen them do a lot of briefs where they say one thing and the thing goes the opposite way. So for me, if we don't get, let's say we don't get Alonso and he goes to Liverpool, I'm not going to be crying about that. It's Liverpool. They're in a better phase. It's his team. If he goes to them, I completely understand it. Also, I'm going, if you end up at a team where they've already bought 2 of your best players from your unbeaten season, I don't think it's because you couldn't convince him. I think that's just a natural sort of like, yes,
But
okay.
what's
If
the
we play
best case
semantics,
scenario for
yes, you
Chelsea?
couldn't convince him, but
What's the best case scenario for
Okay,
Chelsea?
so
with
slot
Alonso?
in Sean.
win.
So slot in. Slot is better than Alonso. Yes. So I am now arguing Alonso with Chelsea and slot with Liverpool. So Sean, yes, Sean, slot is better than. So I want you what you're saying in this comment. If Chelsea get Alonso, slot is still better. Yeah.
Okay,
You
Mo,
did,
let me
that's
ask
exactly
you a
what I said. Yeah.
What's the best case scenario for
I want to do
Alonso?
super chats and move on next.
That's all. It's very short.
But
What's
but
the
I
best-
also
go ahead.
Yeah, this
best
episode of
case
Housewives
scenario
gone on
with
too
Alonso
long.
next season for Chelsea is what?
Sorry, I didn't hear you. I didn't hear you. You were talking.
Best case scenario for Chelsea with Alonso next season is what? Best case scenario.
what do you mean? As in
Comfortable
where
on
we
top.
finish in the league?
Top 4.
Comfortable,
Top four, top four.
comfortable in top 4.
And probably a cup run too.
What's the worst case scenario?
Like mid-table.
Finish
finish.
6 or something
7?
like this. 6, 7.
8th or
Best
10th.
case scenario for us, even with slot, is league champions. Worst case scenario is fourth place.
No, your worst case scenario is
Can
not
we start?
fourth
Hold
place
on.
next season.
Stop.
I
Okay,
disagree.
Husam is. Can you say? Go ahead, guys. Nobody talks. Husam, can you say that again about Liverpool?
Okay. Best case scenario for us is champions. Worst
No.
case scenario.
With what? No. With Arne Slot,
With
right?
slot, yeah, with slot.
Okay,
Best
with
case scenario is champions. Worst case scenario is fourth place. Fourth,
I
fifth
don't
is
agree with
worst
that.
case.
Oh, I don't agree with that.
We have
No,
and
you got fifth
this
under
is
clock,
with
so.
Mo, this is what Mo said, by the way. We have a 5% chance of winning the league next season. Outside of
Five?
Arsenal and
Fair.
City. Yeah, outside Arsenal and
Yeah, which
City,
is
we're
fair.
the only club that
Yeah,
can
yeah.
win the league next season.
Yeah,
Even
which
if
is which is
Five or a
How do you
10%
get 5
chance.
though? That's pretty low.
So that's the best case
The-
scenario.
the reason I disagree is because for
disagree
me
with
the
that.
best case scenario. The reason I disagree is because the best case scenario can happen if you have an incredible summer, right?
Yeah.
It can happen.
Yeah.
But but if you don't have a good summer, let's say you keep the same players. Let's say Salah leaves, you replace him with an average winger. Let's say Alisson leaves, or let's say even Alisson stays. In fact, I think if you don't strengthen, if you have a Chiesa type summer like you had 2 years ago, I think you can easily finish 6th, 7th.
Yeah.
Even
They
though your
won the
players are
league after
fantastic.
that summer though, so
Even
But
though
we're
you're-
not
even
gonna
though
have a Chiesa summer though. We're not.
I know, but I don't know, right? So I'm saying this is the worst and this is the best case scenario. Best
And
case,
we're
I agree,
already
you can
linked
win the
like wingers and Wharton and blah,
and
blah, blah.
Barcola and all.
This is
Yeah, I
that
agree.
bad
I hear
of a
you.
summer. It's not
I
getting
hear
that
you.
bad.
I
of a
hear you.
summer. My point is the
Y'all
reason
don't
why I
want
want
Barcola, do you?
is
I
because
think it's-
5% winning the league is not good enough for us as Liverpool, and because I can't have Verts, Isak, and blah 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 in this team on a 5% chance we win.
Can
the
I
league. So
can I ask a
I need
question
to
after you
look at
finish?
it.
please?
However, I'm simply saying at our best there is a 5% chance we win the
Okay,
league.
can I ask a question, Dan?
You are
I'm
way
gonna ask-
underselling
I want to
your team.
ask you. I want to get a question from Husam just to move on and do super chats. If you get Xabi Alonso, what percentage do you give your team with Adamonde,
Same
Adam
summer.
Morton?
But
You're not gonna. Okay, can you? Okay, you are.
comfortable.
Okay, hold on. Stand. You are the Liverpool fan. Can you tell us how much do you think Liverpool are gonna spend this summer? Average.
I think we'll probably spend around 250, something like this.
Okay, so 250 might get you 2 wingers and a midfielder, right?
And probably like one backup player somewhere.
Okay, so I want to ask you the percentage you give your team to win the league next season if you have that summer with Alonso.
Okay, I'll answer this very straightforward. No paragraphs, nothing. Same summer with Slot, 5 to 10% chance we win the league. Same summer with Alonso, 10 to 15% chance we win the league.
Yeah.
15 like this.
Why are you slot out then? That
Tell you why.
10% is slot out. The guy that won you the league last season, you want him out for an increase of 10%.
It was a fluke, man. It was
Yes,
a
because
fluke.
10%
That's
is
it.
a massive difference. And also, you're speaking to me about Alonso, man. You know Alonso's not my first choice anyway.
Who's your first choice again?
For me, it was like Enrique or Nagelsmann.
No, خلاص, they're
Oh,
out.
Yeah, okay, fair.
Nah, Nagelsmann's not out yet until you know this.
Nagelsmann. I don't think Nagelsmann is that good, man. I
No,
think
no,
he's
but here's the
overrated.
thing, Ashraf, you need to think of what I'm saying. profile of current Liverpool players, Nagelsmann suits us.
Okay,
way
yeah,
more.
that makes sense. That makes
Got you.
sense.
Yeah, yeah.
By the way,
But I think the profile. I actually disagree. I think the profile.
Chelsea way more than us. Way more than us.
Bro, Alonso can play a back four. He only played back five because it was Leverkusen, man. Like he didn't have the players. With you guys, he doesn't need to play a back five. I think Alonso with your player profile actually works even better than Nagelsmann, in my opinion. I think Alonso.
Okay, let me do this super chat so we can move on.
Definitely.
I think Nagelsmann.
Did you see the Spygate saga? Absolute cinema. Yeah, the Southampton thing is like.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Crazy.
Nobody
you guys
does it
see
like
that-
the New England Patriots?
Did you
though.
guys?
No.
Did you
What
guys
happened?
see the journalist in the press conference literally asked the coach straight to his face,
Are
"Are
you
you
a
a
cheat?"
cheat?"
Yeah,
And the guy walked out.
crazy.
Woo! Straight to
Crazy.
his face.
Yeah.
Hello,
So
I
Ash,
can't
there's
remember
a
his name. He
picture.
told
There's a
him, "Are
picture.
you?"
Yeah.
And the guy left
Yeah.
and left the press conference. He
There's a-
told
so
him,
there's a-
"Can you tell us, are you a cheat?" Right
For
there,
what?
straight.
So there's
Why?
a picture.
Spygate.
So Southampton and Middlesbrough are playing each other in the playoff semi-final. This week,
Okay.
while they were training, there's a picture taken of the Southampton. I think he's like third or fourth coach or something like that, in the trees across from the training ground with a phone like this. He's recording their training session and then taking it back to review the footage. And the argument is, it's
He's
not like
recording
he's
the training. The
games.
training of what? He's recording the training of Middlesbrough.
Oh, no, he's yes.
No, of the other.
No, yes,
Middlesbrough
Southampton
guy
is-
is recording. Southampton
no,
is
no,
recording the
Southampton.
training of Middlesbrough.
Yes,
Oh,
and then what
Middlesbrough,
they're
okay.
saying is it's not just that he's got the tactics; he also knows who then potentially is going to play or not play.
He's gonna start or not
So
start. and stuff.
Middlesbrough have then logged a complaint with the EFL and said this needs to be a sporting sanction.
But
This
didn't
is-
they lose anyway?
They did end up losing. Yes, Middlesbrough lost. So Southampton cheated and won is the argument.
Ah, okay. So they want to kick
Oh.
Southampton out of the
Yeah.
final
They wanna
of
kick
the
And the
Southampton out.
playoffs.
Middlesbrough manager was like nearly in tears, bro. He was like, "I've waited 15 years of my life." to
Well,
get
I
to
think
the Premier
Leeds
League."
did it with Bielsa before, and they still made it to the Premier League, and nobody cared.
Yeah, but they're not going to
Mo-
cancel the game because the guy was in the trees. Fucking recording.
Yeah,
I know.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Come back,
it's tough.
Kilk. Mo and Osam, big up Akia. Liverpool could have Messi there, and Slot would make him look like Andre Santos. He has the opposite effect of Midas touch.
Well, that's a
Wait,
lot
Wait,
of
which Andre
disrespectful
Santos? Which Andre Santos are you referring to? The one at
He's talking
Chelsea?
about Chelsea.
And
Or,
then,
or the left back who played for Arsenal? I don't know if you guys
Oh,
remember the
that's a
left
good
back who played
question.
for
That's a good
Arsenal.
question. I remember that guy.
Yeah, fair enough. Liverpool isn't a fortress right now. It's a sand castle.
That I'll be honest. That's why I agree. If they got Alonso, I would put them back as title challengers, if not title
Yes.
contenders. Yeah.
Yep.
Sometimes you need all
Feeling like an eagle today. Yeah, Crystal Palace, if they get something today, Arsenal will win the league against Burnley, by the way, guys.
Big up to you.
We need to stop getting triggered by combined 11s. It's not the be all and end all. A team with 4 out of 11 players can still be better based on difference in quality and based on managers as well and a lot of stuff.
that.
I agree with this. I wanna, before I play the video and talk about Kelk, what did you make of the foul for Arsenal?
The what?
Oh my
Oh,
god!
because-
What a setup!
No, because the reason why I'm asking you, because Pep Guardiola, the guy that doesn't complain about referees, is going on rants against referees. And I think that the moral high ground is good when you win. But when you lose, now you start crying. And that's what Pep Guardiola is doing now. He's like, I don't criticize referees. We play the game. And now he's criticizing the referee, even though the day before there was a same scandal, but the wrong call was made because they didn't check VAR. What did you make of the foul? Quickly, I just want to hear your opinion before I move on.
I mean, I definitely think that the guy fouled David Raya, but I also thought that Declan Rice fouled Mavropanos in a very interesting manner. So they probably should have. Yeah, I'm fine. I completely agree with the goal being chalked off, but I think West Ham should have had a penalty, and they didn't get one. So it is.
Why do you think they should have had a penalty? Just out of
Because I
curiosity.
think Declan Rice fouled Mavropanos. He held two
What about-
players at the same time.
Here we
Agreed.
go.
Like
I actually-
so
I
think
I
that's
actually-
a penalty.
I actually agree with you. I think Rice did foul Mavropanos. What about when Suchek fouled Kai Havertz before that?
I
the same
don't
corner.
remember when that happened.
Yeah.
So that literally the first.
I only watched
first
part of the
one-
second half of that game.
It did
I
happen, Ash,
did not
but then
watch
what
the
about
entire game, I'm just
Trossard?
gonna say that.
What about Trossard?
Yeah, but that's what I was gonna say. That's what I was gonna say.
Let me back off.
There's two arguments people are making, right? One
Yeah, yeah.
argument is, was it a foul on Raya? I think everyone can agree it was a foul on Raya, right? Like nobody even disagreed on that, right? The second argument people are making is, what about the other fouls that are happening? in which case you should look at which foul happened first, right? The first foul that happens in the whole sequence was Souček on Kai Havertz. And then only does the Trossard foul happen, and then does the Rice foul happen. So even if you go by the logic of, well, which foul happened first? Okay, fine. Souček on Havertz is the first foul, so it should have been ruled off anyways.
Well, there you go, I guess. There you go.
Quest, you disagree. You think the goal should have stood.
No, I've had this argument with Terry in the group chat, all these different things all week. It's not an argument I even have energy to have. I just think unless people can acknowledge on both sides, sides that don't like Arsenal or don't want Arsenal to win, unless you can say it was a foul on Raya, it ruins the argument. Unless, as an Arsenal fan, you can also say that the principle of what Arsenal have been allowed to do, and I know lots of teams have gotten away with it, but we've seen it more so from Arsenal because they've had more corners, more opportunity to do it. What we've seen them get away with in principle is also egregious. Then if you can't acknowledge that, that also ruins the argument. So for me, it's 6-1, half the dozen. Was it a foul on Raya? Absolutely. Is the principle of pushing goalkeepers, nudging goalkeepers, running into goalkeepers, all this stuff, is that also something that should be looked at? Yes. So realistically, it's a non-starter. They didn't get the goal. Arsenal move on. At the end of the day, if people in the league who support other teams don't want Arsenal to win it, you shouldn't be relying on refs.
Yeah, and that doesn't determine the league either.
You know
I don't
mean?
think it
Yeah,
does.
yeah, it doesn't. Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
think
You know
it
what?
does.
You know.
That
You,
is
you,
one
you
thing
guys,
Arsenal
you
wins
guys
the
know.
league.
You
I'm
guys
not mad
know
at
what
Fernandes.
determines the league? Them not checking Kevin Schada's penalty and red card before
Penalty.
Matheus Nunes.
They
That
did.
is the one
They did.
that-
I was literally at the game. They checked it.
Yeah.
I
thought they did
literally
check
saw the board that says
by
checking
the way-
possible penalty. I
Look
literally
at,
saw
sorry,
it.
sorry. Can I just say, look at this guy.
and just by the
this
you
William
know,
Jarrett guy.
they
Where do
checked
you find
it
people
and
like
they
this?
came to the wrong conclusion. Let's just establish something. Because
Yeah,
Kevin
the refs
Schada
are
was
shit.
slipped.
Shocking.
Look
The
at
refs
these
are shit.
guys.
They've been shit all season.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
And,
that's
can
the
I-
point,
We'll
Kel.
agree on that.
Kel, I agree with you, but that's the point I think Mo is making, and that's what I was going to add to like Quest's point.
my
Is
gosh.
I think what's wrong with a lot of people is they're saying, yes, it's a foul. Yes, this happened, but Arsenal are the ones that started this. Arsenal have had lots of favors instead of just saying this has happened to every other club, because Arsenal are not the ones who started this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Arsenal, Arsenal are not the ones who started pulling in the box. Arsenal are not the ones who started like body checking the keeper to make sure the keeper
Very
doesn't
true,
come out.
Very true. Very
But
true.
people are making it seem like we started this now because it's annoyed and rattled a lot of people. At the same time, Arsenal fans who say we haven't done this, it's a lie. We have done this many times.
Yeah.
What they should be saying instead, Arsenal fans, is yes, we have done it, but guess what? It's also been done to us a million
But you
times.
have never
For
done
example-
it.
No,
No,
we've never
They
done the
scored
holding
goals
the hand
that
thing.
way.
Yeah,
Yeah,
hold
they've
on.
I'm
never
talking
done
about
guys,
Well, fouling.
Howard Webb explained it. He
Momo,
said,
I'm
we
not talking about the
allow-
holding hand.
Please,
Yeah, yeah.
Mo, please. Don't do it.
No,
Please.
no, guys. Howard Webb. Okay, I don't know why people don't want to understand it. Right? Howard Webb said we allowed the blocking, we allowed the contact in the box between a player to player. What we didn't allow is holding goalkeeper's arm when they are catching the ball. As I mentioned, this cannot be allowed. He's catching the
Yeah.
ball. You cannot hold his arm. Listen, by the way, people that said Chelsea and Arsenal, Saliba was holding whoever. In the same time, have you seen Achimpong or Sar was holding, hugging Raya? And it
Yeah, but
wasn't
Mo,
given as a freak.
Mo, let's not
Hold
do
on,
that.
let
And
me
the goal
finish
was
that point.
given. And
Let
the
me
goal
fin-
was given.
And the goal,
Let's
you
not
know,
do
it
that.
hold on. Don't tell me, let's not do this. Let me finish first, Quest. Because
Oh.
Raya was held, but because Raya didn't get to the ball and it wasn't the most impactful foul, they said, we're going to give the goal. Enzo Fernandez held Saliba in the same goal and the goal was given. So people say, when Bernardo was holding the players, their explanation is, well, the ball didn't get to that area, so it wasn't impactful. But he did the same as Rice. He's hugging the player. He did it against Liverpool. He was holding, and then he was holding against Liverpool. But people turn a blind eye on it because I believe they think that Arsenal have held goalkeeper's arm all season. No, they didn't.
We have
That never happened. All season,
We block
it never
keepers,
happened.
but we don't hold them. Yeah.
They block
Yeah,
keepers, but so has Chelsea. You scored 10 goals from set pieces this
No,
season.
but
You
Mo,
did the same.
this is why I say don't do this. What happens is
Not 10,
people
13.
end up arguing the incident versus the principle. A lot of what people are saying is
No, but
based on
this
the
incident is different.
No, I know it's different. That's why I'm saying it's not even worth the conversation, because even when you talk about the Chelsea game, there's also the principle and the incident where Raya
So why
punched
do I
João
wake
Pedro
up Quest every day? Go ahead.
You see, I'm just no, because you're right. But what I'm saying is, yeah, the same thing that you're saying about, oh, why do people get all hearty about? Sorry, let me rephrase. People are getting overly hearty about it because it's Arsenal. Yes, that is very, very true. People who don't like Arsenal.
Why? Can I ask you? Can you tell me why? Why is that?
Because you know why. Because people don't like Arsenal. People don't like Arsenal. In the same way people don't like Chelsea. In the same way people don't like Liverpool. In the same way people don't like City. Loads of people got lots of reasons. If we go into it, we'll find a reason.
Fine.
No, it is. It is absolutely true. Because
no, it's not. It's not.
It is
Arsenal.
true,
Arsenal are treated differently. I don't see the same outrage.
This is why I say don't do it. You don't even have
Quest,
to.
he means treated differently by fans, not by the referees. The referees treat
Yeah,
everybody.
by
Mo, sorry, Ash.
Yeah.
You're talking to a Chelsea fan. You know,
By
I won
fans,
two.
Arsenal
Do you know I won
differently.
2 trophies? So let me start with me. My club won 2 trophies last year. All summer, you're still rubbish. You're still trash. Even Maresca's gonna get sacked. Maresca's getting sacked by Christmas. Your club is rubbish.
not right. You're not. I don't think you're right.
No, but what
But
I'm
that
saying
didn't
is,
happen.
I'm not gonna.
You're
sit here and
basing
keep-
your argument based on a false fact.
No, I'm
That's
not.
not the fact.
Oh my gosh. What?
A lot of
That's why I say
people-
there's
a
no
lot-
point having these conversations. It's football
How cares?
tribalism. Some people really don't like Arsenal, and part
But
of the
do you think
reason
I'm
why
an
people
Arsenal
don't like
fan?
Arsenal.
You think I'm an
I'm
Arsenal
saying
fan?
no. I'm saying some people don't like. I think part of the reason why some people really don't like Arsenal is also because the online presence of Arsenal is huge. So you always
Thank
hear.
you.
Yeah.
Now,
Exactly.
thank
No, I
you.
agree.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Now
but
we're
that doesn't
getting
take away from my
to
argument.
the point. Thank
Oh
you.
my gosh.
Quest, we're not disagreeing with you.
my
We're saying
argument.
Arsenal get it. We're not disagreeing with you.
I
We're
don't
saying
think you
Arsenal
get
get
more.
it.
I don't
Okay,
think you
explain
get
it,
more.
explain
I
it.
think it's because you're in an online space, you hear it more. Do you understand my point? Because there's more people
Can
that
you
support.
elaborate, please? Elaborate.
You guys are in an
Yeah.
online space. You're constantly checking in the online ecosystem
Yes.
the
Yeah.
voices that you're hearing. So naturally, you're going to hear more of Arsenal because, yes, you are right. Arsenal hold more of a share in the online community because of things like AFTV, because of fan channels. There are more
Yeah.
Arsenal fans online. So by default, you're going to hear about them more, good or bad. And
But
then
can
on
I,
top
can
of
I
that,
ask a question
hold on.
about this?
Yeah, hold on. On top of that, we saw for a long period of time, the large majority of Arsenal fan voices were negative towards their own team. So just default natural human behavior, you jump on the bandwagon. You see
Hold
people
on, can
talking
I-
negatively,
Type.
so you talk negatively.
I need to ask you a question.
Hold on. Then on top of that, we then saw an Arsenal that up until 3 years ago were not a serious team. Not a serious club, serious institution, always been serious. But as a serious team, it wasn't the case. So there was lots of reasons to speak badly about Arsenal. That tide is only just changing now because of the work that the players and Arteta have done and everybody else that's contributed to it. So that's going to take time for people's voice towards Arsenal to change.
About
That's fine to say that.
Yeah.
It's also to say
everything he said is good, is right.
Yes, in
but
real
there is one
life,
point that he's not
I
making
hear
into
so
account.
much negativity about Chelsea, about Spurs, about City.
It's
That doesn't
it's
mean
not
that
about the
they're saying it
negativity.
more. It's just in this forum.
It's not about the
Quest,
negativity.
Quest,
But-
let Mo
Ashraf,
go
can I say
first. Then
something?
let
Manish,
Mo go first.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
go.
So, Quest, can you elaborate? Everything you said is facts. Can you explain to us why the mainstream media rage bait Arsenal fans and say fake stats? Let me give you an example.
You want the truth or you don't want the truth?
Let me give you an example. Let me give you an example. After the Arsenal game, guys, I'm gonna give you an example of someone that didn't actually search. I didn't research. I kept seeing a tweet saying that Arsenal haven't conceded the record this season. Arsenal haven't conceded the record this season. And I believed the way they put the articles, that Arsenal are the only team that haven't received the record this season.
There was two other teams.
But do you know Quest who actually didn't get a record this season as well?
Man
Their main
City.
title contender. But why do people, and I'm talking about mainstream media, I'm talking about ESPN, I'm talking about Sky, why they are only pointing that fact and you aren't lumping in? Okay, let me give you another example. Why is the BBC, and I want to hear your argument, I want to hear your reasoning, Quest. We know about the fans and people being negative.
Yeah.
But what I'm asking is why the mainstream media, most of them, after the Arsenal scored the goal, why most of them have released videos about the controversy of the goal but most of them didn't come to the conclusion that the goal is correctly chopped off unless it's after 24 hours or 48 hours. Why the first wave of mainstream media was, and the journalism was, this is a scandal, Arsenal are cheats, they are ruining the league. Why? Can you elaborate?
Because there's a conversation that football fans are not ready for. And that is that this is how normal human psyche works. When something is not popular, people always seek to mock it and take the mick. It's just how it has always been. And that translates in all areas of life. Arsenal have been up until this point unpopular. Why? Because they haven't looked sexy. Their football hasn't been great. Their managers have underperformed. And the club has not given what football fans have looked for, which is success. By the way, I don't hate Arsenal. Like, there's no bone in my body that goes, I want this club to die, to be gone, to be... No. But I also, as a football fan, go, yeah, when I see lots of fans complaining about their own club, talking about their club legends like Wenger, like, get him gone. He's a stain on the club. He's a cancer for the football. Naturally, I go, yeah, I don't really like those people either.
But Quest, you see, this is the problem. You're saying that when as United fans were doing the same thing with their players, and the same fans that are calling... One second, Quest. The same fans that are calling that they're saying Bruno deserves player of the season, he's relative to KDB, blah, blah, blah. Were the same people asking for him to leave the club a year ago. My point is, I agree with what you're saying. But that should not mean you cannot be objective when talking about the club. It's okay for you to say... By the way, every rival fan that comes out and says, oh my God, I wish City win. I wish to win because I can't stand Arsenal. I completely get that. I have no issues. If you grew up with Arsenal fans and you don't like them, it's natural to say that. But you see how much the narrative... Yeah, exactly. You see how much the narrative has spread. Yeah, and I don't blame Kelk for this, by the way. I don't blame any City fan for this. But you see how Kelk said, I never saw that foul. Yeah, Hamza's different.
I was in a pub watching the game. That's why I didn't see it. Sorry.
No, I know. No, but Kelk, it's not just you. You see how when Kelk said, oh, I didn't see that foul on Souček by Souček on Havertz. That's what a lot of other fans said because they didn't want to go and actually check the whole footage to understand what really happened first. So they started seeing the stuff that suits them more. And for me, the problem with that is you are now not even trying to have an objective conversation. If the show is a banter show where you're supposed to only cook the other team, I get it. Do your agenda, run your agenda. Imagine media channels having...
Why?
Sorry?
I don't think that determines the league. So that's why I'm not really getting too far into it. I don't think.
No, I hear you, Kelk, and that's.
I really don't think that one thing is going to determine who wins.
Can I give you guys an example?
I think that's to be fair. And sorry, Mo. The last thing because Mo touched on the yellow cards, red cards. Yeah, we're one of only 3 teams to not get a red card this season, and we have the least yellow cards as well. If I tell any of you guys right now, because the narrative is Arsenal play dirty, Arsenal do all this dark cards. If I tell you guys, hey, statistically, I think we're the fairest team in the league because we get the least yellow cards and we have 0 red cards. You know what the narrative, the pushback will be? Nah, it's because the refs have helped you. That's why you've had the least yellow cards. It won't be that. Yeah, actually, Arsenal, they don't do a lot of dirty fouls. They don't do a lot of elbows. And yes, Gabriel should have been sent off fair enough against City, but that happens to all other teams. They get the least yellow cards because they actually play quite clean outside the set piece part, which everyone else does. But I guarantee you the pushback will not be that. I guarantee all rival fans in most comments right now and in other channels will be like, you have the least yellow cards because the referees favor you. That's why. Because you've been favored by the refs. That for me is not... Can I
tell you to respond to that?
You see, look at Arkia, United fans saying Arsenal play dirty. We don't play dirty actually at all. I wish sometimes we play dirty. I wish we go for harsh tackles. Or Liverpool fans, sorry. I wish we go harsh on tackles, but we don't. We don't. Even our tackles, our players pull out of tackles sometimes. Sorry, go ahead.
No. Because I agree. Yeah, and same way you just called out an Arsenal fan. Yeah, I mean a Man United fan.
Liverpool.
No, when I was Liverpool fan, sorry, I'm even going mad. When I was I said what I said, yeah, and I just wanted to do a quick dart to the right for the chat. I'm saying what I'm saying. It's just my opinion. It's just an idea. The amount of vitriol coming back is also, I think, I'm not saying it's right. I think part of the reason. I think that loud voice for Arsenal fans, especially with AFTV, which by the way is great. You want that. You want football fan base, I would say. I think that started off something that has not been deterred as yet. I think that voice that was so so loud in complaining, saying its frustrations, all these different things, created a sense that people felt they could jump on this team as well. You know, like if you go anywhere, right, with your siblings, and let's say your siblings does something stupid, you might go, you know what? While we're here, right, I'm gonna defend my sibling because nobody's gonna pick on my sibling unless it's me. But as soon as we get home, I'm gonna beat him up and tell him how stupid it was. What's wrong with you, dumbass? But in front of other people, nobody picks on my sibling except for me. I think we saw something with Arsenal we hadn't seen with any other team online yet. That's why I think a large part of it is online and in the traditional media. Because also at that time, and you guys are right, you are absolutely right that in journalism, sensationalism sells, negativity sells, because it's what people want. Unfortunately.
Can I say one thing before we move on from this and do super chats? I think that one of the things I thought about now while you guys talking, you know, Rio Ferdinand does his podcast with the Arsenal guy that wears shades sometimes. He's famous. I don't know his name.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
Do you know Rio Ferdinand, when they were discussing the VAR incident, he literally said that. He said, it's a blah, 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 a scandal. He said, I've seen many memes and many clips that Arsenal have done this all season. How can they get away with it? My problem with that statement, it's a blatant lie. Arsenal haven't done this. Arsenal haven't done it.
Yeah.
But I'm going to tell you why he said that. Their podcast, I watched some of it, is based on them telling this Arsenal guy, you are a failure, you haven't won anything, Arteta's a failure. There's a whole segment that happens every podcast when they talk about Arsenal, that Rio Ferdinand, they mock the Arsenal guy. They tell him, you're not, listen, you support a club that has been a failure. Let me hear this out. And I think subconsciously, he is failing, right, to understand that, by the way, Arsenal might win the league. I might not have this segment anymore, you know. We might have to speak. We cannot mock this guy anymore. You know what
crazy.
I mean?
You're assuming intention.
We might. I'm not. I think subconsciously he want Arsenal to lose the league so much that he's blinded by it, that the truth is in front of his face.
But Mo, do you not see how crazy?
No,
but do you not see how crazy that is? That we're also now assuming intention.
I believe.
Look. This summer, when Rafinha came in, the first article, I even tweeted the journalist back and forth, Kieran Gill. You can go and search my name, Quest Knows Ball on X. You'll see it. First article that came out after Rafinha comes in, he's got this. He's got the squad building Lego as a way of building, as a way of team building. It wasn't even the truth. Do you know what the difference is, Mo? We then, as Chelsea fans, including myself, didn't sit on 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15 podcasts and complain about the media misrepresenting us. We just got the flip on with it. So part of what I'm saying is, right, is this conversation, is actually causing what I would agree with you. There is Arsenal hysteria. There's also Arsenal fatigue. We've been hearing about how difficult, how bad it is, how sad it is. I can't believe Arsenal are about to win their first Premier League in 22 years, and we're still having conversations like this. This is ridiculous. We don't even, to be honest, we don't even need to talk about it. I'll be honest, we don't. I get why the conversation is there, but this is a conversation for mid-season. This back end of the season, why are we still worried about what people are saying about us as Arsenal fans? And I'm not an Arsenal fan.
I don't think Arsenal fans are worried, but if there's a conversation happening, of course they're going to defend their club. It's what you said as well.
I hear you, but if you keep on talking about something, you're bothered by it. You are bothered by it.
No, wait. Quest. No, don't do that. We're not in this weird kind of. If you accuse me of, yes, I'm bothered by lies. I'm not bothered by actual criticism. I am bro. The Arsenal fans in the comments that are backing me now are probably the ones that have insulted me the most because I've said things against the club that they didn't like. I'm okay with criticism that is warranted. I don't think it's okay to have criticism that's unfair and then to lie and say. And then to lie and say Arsenal do this all the time, Arsenal always pull the arm, always do that. I think that is crazy. We had someone, I think it was Royal Obsidian, if I'm not wrong, in the previous comments say, when I said that Arsenal have got 0 red cards this season because we don't play that dirty, maybe outside the Gabriel one where he should have probably got sent off. He's like, oh, Arsenal get away with stuff that Caicedo gets a red card for. Caicedo got a red card against Arsenal because he had a high-studded tackle on Mikel Merino's shin. Are you saying Arsenal players have done that this season? You see But you see how that's a blatant, stupid lie.
Yeah, no, I get you, 100% with you. But then we saw Gabriel headbutt someone and not get a red card.
I just said that. I said
I know,
Gabriel
but-
headbutting someone,
I know.
but that's my point. That doesn't mean we play dirty. What Gabriel did isn't part of the play. What Gabriel did was outside the play. It was an altercation he had with Haaland, and he lost his head. I'm talking about the actual football. When we play it, we actually don't play dirty. And when someone in the comments says, "Oh, Arsenal get away with stuff that Caicedo gets a red card for," Caicedo got a red card for a high foot tackle on Moreno. When have we done that and got away with it? So that's what I'm trying to say. They end up spreading lies to make up something to try and criticize the club. I agree, by the way, because someone else said it, a Liverpool fan, and I'll give you credit there. I do agree that the team at the top does get the same kind of criticism.
Yeah,
I don't think this only happens to us. Why I think it happens to us more than most other clubs, though, is for the reasons Quest mentioned, which is we have such a strong online presence that the media and rival fans are able to milk it for attention and views. And I do think, as Arsenal fans, we shouldn't give them that kind of attention. But
don't.
If there is consistent lies that are used to attack
Husam
us,
always say that. Husam has a say that is very true. Go ahead,
when there is
Ultras.
consistent lies that are being used to attack us, at some point, as Arsenal fans, we're going to say,
not only
what the
a
hell,
lie
this doesn't
told
make
1,000
sense.
times become okay. Cool. I want to move
becomes
on.
the truth. Exactly.
Yeah,
Husam
I agree
always
with
say
I agree with
that.
that.
Husam
Be
always
honest,
says it.
last season people
I'm
did
gonna-
the same thing to us as
yeah,
well,
I'm- yeah.
including Arsenal
I'm
fans,
gonna
and they
tell
were like,
you.
yeah, this is the weakest league ever.
I agree.
PG Noel, blah,
I
blah,
agree,
blah.
and I criticize those
Like,
guys. Yeah, I
Igal,
know,
by the
Igal was
way,
saying it.
Osama, I'm
And
gonna,
then there are Arsenal fans that also give credit. Liverpool have been incredible, blah blah blah. So not all.
I'm gonna
shoes-
tell you that I'm gonna move on, but I'm gonna tell you what's the problem is. If that lie is being told over and over again over the next 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and it becomes the fact, now this league title is gonna be stained with this goal, and everyone is gonna remember it by this goal. And I'm gonna tell you how. It's not a lie, but it's truth. You know the Rodri handball, right? You know the Rodri handball.
Yeah.
You see that it's not a lie, but because that information was told all the time, that league is known by the Rodri handball.
Mo, when did that happen? What part of the season? What month of the season did that happen in?
Last 10
Some
games.
can
I
tell you
think.
better. Some can
It
tell you
happened
better
in the
than me.
beginning of March. So you're trying to tell
Yeah,
me
March,
that something
exactly.
that happened in the beginning of March affects what happens at the end of the league?
It didn't count. That's what I agree with you on. You won the league because you were a better
Keep
team.
right? 6 years later,
Liverpool-
we're still
It's
crying
not
over
true.
this. It happened
It's
in
not
March.
true.
Wait.
Okay, that's
Wait,
not
Liverpool-
true.
Liverpool
Liverpool
won
won
second.
all their games.
Yeah, but if you win
Stop,
the league, you're the
stop,
better
they didn't.
team.
Stop
You're the better
lying.
team. You're the better
Liverpool,
team. You're the better team.
stop, Mo. Liverpool
You're the
drew
winner,
at
yeah.
home to Spurs. Liverpool drew at home
That's
to
the
Spurs
last in
after
the
that.
league.
When
He drew
Luis
Luis
Diaz
You can't draw
Diaz scored
Spurs. It's Spurs.
Luis Diaz scored an equalizer in the last 5 minutes. I remember that game. My point is, Kelk, that's the point I'm trying to make, is that now it's been spoken about so much that now people will actually believe City only won the league because of the hand of Rod, as they call it, or whatever it is. But that's what I'm trying to say. That also is happening to us this season.
Build up, but
Yeah, no,
nobody wants to
I
mention
agree.
that.
I agree with you both. Yeah, and actually, here's what I will say. Yeah, I actually do think you could very much argue, and I could fully accept that Arsenal fans are suffering now because of a period online and in normal media and all this stuff. Yeah, Arsenal is suffering now because of a period of time where they were not successful, and because they were potentially some of the loudest fans in fan representation, and those fans were largely negative. And so when you sow those seeds, you reap that harvest. So I do feel sorry for a large majority of Arsenal fans, yeah, because I do agree, like, your team is actually killing it right now. Like, there's no reason that Arsenal should be lied about, talked about badly, or all these other things. But at the same time, I'm going, like, it's also par for the course. It happens. Like, the lying, I don't agree with, especially from the mainstream media. But online, where there's tribalism and all this stuff, I just think, like, par for the course. You win the league, don't even pay attention to it. Like, don't
Just
become
one
that
last
guy
thing,
in-
Quest.
Yeah, I would just say
one last thing on your point.
Yeah. Let me just say this.
Let me just
Don't
give you the
don't
numbers
become
regarding
that
the
kid
running.
in class. Let me just say this, Sam. Let me just say this.
One
Quick,
minute.
Don't become that kid in class that always gives a reaction every time someone says something to you, and you constantly lash out, so much so that you think everyone's your enemy. Sometimes it's just one person in class that's picking on you, and you just need to focus on them. Even now, I've just said Arsenal fans are suffering, and the chat is saying, where are we suffering? We're good, we're winning. This is the kind of derangement I'm talking about. You can't have a conversation to say something positive. You can't have a conversation to say something negative. You guys have to choose, and that's not Ashraf included. That's just some of you guys that actually won't admit that you're just hurt. You're upset because people don't like you, and that's none of my business. It's not my fault. If you like you, it don't matter, but you have to deal with that. Stop trying to pick on everybody else. Stop trying to shut down conversations. I argued with Terry about this the other day. Earlier in the season, we shut down so many legitimate statistical conversations about where Arsenal was struggling as a team in their style of play, and we were calling it agendas. And because of that, we've created a fatigue around talking about Arsenal. And now it's actually got to the point where it isn't actually normal. We can't have normal convos.
I'm just gonna say one thing really quick. Because I'm so it's 10 seconds. It's 10 seconds. Just 10 seconds.
In the run, Liverpool had 2 draws.
Husam, my point is a side point. It's just 10 seconds. Yeah, Habibi. 10 seconds.
We had 3 draws. Liverpool had 2 draws. We won the rest of the game. One of the draws was us against each other. So that cancels out basically. So the only result that Liverpool had was just the draw against Spurs. But we had in 12 games basically 10 wins outside of that. So in the Everton game, had that result been given, Liverpool would have won the league.
No, you wouldn't have, because if that result was given and Everton drew, first of all, if Everton scored the penalty, right, there was still 9 minutes or 8 minutes, which means City could have come back, right? They could have won that game. That's one. So that's already one assumption. You don't know what's going to happen. 2, City then drew. City, and then secondly, City drew to Crystal Palace, and that draw against Crystal Palace meant they still were top of the league. Maybe if they drew to Everton, they wouldn't have drawn to Crystal Palace, because you know how a result can change the other games, and they might have not drawn to West Ham after that either. So that's already a false narrative. By the way, the one thing I wanted to say about Quest's point, and this is the last thing I'll talk about the Arsenal fans part, is I'm not even trying to defend AFTB. I don't care about AFTB, but
I love them.
But in their defense, though, I don't think it's that Arsenal fans were more negative than other fan bases. I think Arsenal fans were heard more than other fans.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
Because of what Robbie did. Because when Chelsea are going through the same thing, there's a lot. Bro, I've gone on the football terrace when I've seen Quest and Kojo have a royal rumble against David and Winter Surfer and Elijah and all these other Chelsea fans.
Just
and they go mentally yelling.
That's true.
They go mentally yelling and cursing at each other. So it happens to all fans.
Yeah, you're right.
That Bluco would be better if we upgrade on this season. Like, it's difficult to get better than 9th. Wow, very difficult.
There you go.
Oh, I see what's happening with you, Husam. You had a really bad year, and you got no one to lash out at, so you just want to pick on Chelsea.
No, I'm on up of Chelsea. Everyone knows this. Chelsea and Man United. If Touchline, God forbid, was on the stream, bro, it would be worse than you even.
Yeah.
God forbid. Thank God he ain't here today. He told us how many United are the biggest club.
He was in the
world.
comments. I saw him in the
comments. They had the biggest attendance. Yeah, I may put the fries in the bag.
Let me read this because I have a video to show you guys, and it's actually related to what Quest have said. Okay, it's a fantastic segue, Quest. No, it's a genuine conversation. Everyone hates us for a normal decision, and I love it. Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's a normal decision that should be given, and everyone should have moved on from it. You disagree with the rule, stop calling it wrong calls. Yeah, you disagree with the rule. It's up to you.
It's a foul.
Brian is saying City won the cup. The news was about Arsenal losing it. 100%.
Because it sells. Yeah, unfortunately.
100%, Brian. 100%. Quest, you're wrong. Chelsea, Spurs, Palace were set to have better season than Arsenal last season due to these teams winning trophies and not Arsenal. Stop the cap.
I mean, I would believe that if I didn't have eyes, but everybody could see Arsenal were in a title race last season, the season before, and I certainly didn't predict any of those teams finishing close to Arsenal, let alone above them. So I think unfortunately, brother, that might be cap.
I think
no, but people did say that. People did say that Spurs had a better season than Arsenal because they won Europa League.
Did you take those people seriously though? If they said
no, of course
they're idiots.
Yeah, they're idiots.
The only trophy that makes is better than like winning the league or challenging for the league is Champions League. Other than that, if a team wins the FA Cup or the Conference League or the Carabao Cup, it doesn't mean you had a better season than the team who challenged.
I think Palace had a better season than us because Palace's expectations, relative to expectations in the summer, Palace overachieved, Arsenal underachieved. So if people say Palace had a better season, fair enough, relative to expectations. Spurs, sorry.
If we won those
Spurs,
cups,
Bournemouth win the FA Cup next season, then
it's relative. It's relative.
Exactly.
if we won those cups, they would have said it's not the Premier of the Champions League. Stop lying to create your narrative. They celebrated PSG knocking us out.
I don't even.
By the way,
Listen, maybe Quest is
and
not
no,
part of
the
this, yeah?
difference- Me and Mo are very honest people. We said from the start we don't give a fuck who wins the Carabao Cup or the FA Cup. Me and Mo
Yeah,
are
yeah.
completely
Yeah,
in
exactly.
agreement on this. If you win Prem and Carabao, Champs and FA Cup, we give a fuck. But by itself, don't tell me I won the FA Cup. No one cares.
I mean,
By the
I'll
way,
be
look,
gassed. I'll be
West
gassed. But
watch how we
Quest-
keep the same energy. City
I'll be
this Allah hayo. City this season, if they win the FA Cup and Carabao Cup, they've failed.
Yeah, it's not a.
Yeah,
If Arsenal, it's
Fail,
not
it's not
fail, but
fail.
if Arsenal win the league, I think that is bigger than City winning both cups, in my opinion.
yeah,
I think that's
way
bigger and more important.
100%,
Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
Quest, are you arguing the why? You're arguing the why, not the if. When you were arguing about why people hate Arsenal, not if people speak the truth. Like, not
No,
what
but-
happens if people speak the truth.
Yeah, no, I get that, but
Because
the
you
thing-
gave us really good reasons why people hate Arsenal, and actually, like your reasons are
Oh, well,
correct.
yeah, but we know people hate Arsenal in the same way people hate Chelsea, Man United, City. Everybody hates somebody. It's football fandom. It happens. What I'm saying is there's no point crying over who hates you. People hate you. People have told me that in the chat
People,
today.
but people,
I don't
for
care.
me, people
I'm
want
saying-
honesty. People want. There's a difference between hate
Well,
and
you're never-
honesty.
you're never
You can
gonna-
hate me, but have an objective conversation, though.
Yeah, but people are. That's what I said to you, Ashimo. Yeah. Earlier in the season, people were trying to be objective, and the conversation kept getting shut down, saying it's an agenda. So then, where else do you go from that? If we say Arsenal play ugly football because they score 4, 5, 6 goals in a row, own goals, corners, we say it's ugly football and it doesn't look
But
sustainable.
Quest, we
it's not a
criticize
conversation.
those. We
No, I agree,
criticize those
Ash.
Arsenal fans as well when they don't want to have that conversation.
Hey,
and
that's
again, you
why
can
I
ask
wouldn't
in the
argue with you
comments.
guys. I agree. With you.
Yeah,
I agree with
we
you.
literally criticize those Arsenal
I
fans
agree.
when they don't want to have that conversation.
I agree with you. I agree with you. I just think it's that. Yeah. Anyway, let me not even go back into it. It's ridiculous. Yeah.
Media been doing this long before AFTV's creation. He's talking about the
I don't know
2000s.
about
See,
that.
I
everyone.
wasn't
To
there.
everyone. To everyone.
The 3 red card teams.
To everyone. Yeah, everybody gets it.
Pushing back on lies is why people lie. Circular
No, that's
logic.
not what I was saying, but that's what they're trying to lobby is. Yeah.
Never has a team been defended so much as Arsenal.
So wait a second, you're a Liverpool fan putting that picture of this guy holding the Arsenal bottle. Why do you suck off City so much? Didn't they beat your ass up the last couple of years? I don't get this. So this is an example. Why do you hate Arsenal fans? Arsenal, Akia. I'm genuinely curious to understand. Do you know an Arsenal fan close to you that's like really hurt you?
And by the way,
or-
I'm just gonna say something.
I don't know
Akira,
why people hate
because you watch me and Husam, it doesn't mean that Arsenal. I actually think there is 10 times the accounts that hate on Arsenal and lie on Arsenal's name more than the accounts that try to be in favor of Arsenal. I actually believe so. Based on me watching YouTube in general and the media in general, even though I don't defend Arsenal because I like Arsenal. I actually don't care for Arsenal as much. I was telling Husam this the other day. I actually don't want the conversations to be, okay, I am lying to make a point. I don't like that.
Yeah, for
That's
sure.
why I don't like.
And by the way, even
me-
Mo and
But
Terry,
Mo-
like they get accused of this Arsenal glazing. They defended
Yeah,
Liverpool
yeah.
last season when people were like, "Oh, this is a
Man
weak
United.
league."
Oh, and I've seen Terry defend Chelsea as well. But genuinely, maybe this is a side note, and Husam might know this better because he's a Liverpool fan. I'm genuinely curious why Liverpool fans, a lot of them, at least from what I've seen, are backing City over Arsenal. We have no beef. We've never had a rivalry in that kind of way. I genuinely thought you would have hated City because of. I mean, they accused
What
that
they
City
did,
cheated
yeah.
them of their titles, exactly,
Yeah.
and the Doku red card, the Rodri handball, the God of Fraud, or whatever, the hand of fraud, or whatever it's called. I'm so confused.
Actually,
It's-
if the Doku
I
if that
don't
had
know.
been given a penalty, City would have only won the league by 1 point. They won it by 2, so that actually makes no difference. So I don't know why
Actually,
people bring
you
that
would
up.
have.
Okay, yeah, because we
Uh-oh.
would have lost the game and would have gotten 0 points instead of 1 point. And guess what? The league came down to 2 points, not 1 point. So that,
Ooh,
I
some
don't
things
think I
that
would
Liverpool-
never
I
listen to
think-
that
I
Doku
think you would have won the league. Yeah, yeah.
I want to.
No, Liverpool would not won the league. Don't do that.
When they lie, then why should we shut up? Yeah, 100%.
Oh, they lied about Liam Rossinier. I didn't spend 17 streams talking about it.
City put in Haaland,
Wait.
and
But your Chelsea fans did though. But your other Chelsea
Okay,
compatriots
so this is where I say I only talk for me
Martial's
personally,
back.
innit?
Let's go.
That's why I only say I only talk for me personally. For me personally, I don't bother going on about all those things because it doesn't bother me. If my team is rubbish, because my team is rubbish. Listen. I grew up in Battersea. I went to school
Quest,
in.
why do you support such a shit team? You're such a great guy, honestly.
No,
Why-
because, yeah,
why-
well, I went primary school.
why
Then.
Yeah,
if you
exactly. I'm
follow-
wondering.
You know, let
man.
me just tell you.
Like,
You know, if you followed in
your brother's
if you
great
followed
too, but
in
your
dad's
brother's deluded,
footsteps and
so
became
I
a
get him.
Liverpool fan, I'd have
No,
you
look.
on all the Liverpool shows, bro. I'd have you on the Coppish show. I'd have you on the Friday show. Like,
No,
we
no,
need
but
a
you know what?
warrior
I can't,
like you.
yeah, but I
bro.
can't support Liverpool because my dad's a Liverpool fan. So
Yeah,
he
that's
grew up,
why,
like,
bro. I wish you
I grew up
support
in the
Liverpool.
living room crying
You
because
have
of
to
him.
support that
So-
shit club.
No, but I have to, man. That's where I'm from, man. I'm like over
Let
the
me,
bridge from them. Do you know what I mean?
By the way, this is for some whatever reason. Haaland, Nico O'Reilly, and on the bench. I don't know if the lineup came out yet.
Yeah,
If you are me-
it is
it's
a
out,
very
it's
weird
out.
lineup.
Does it justify being lied about? If you are mean, does it justify being lied about? I don't think so. I don't think so.
no,
of course
no.
not. Yeah.
It's news because we were shit before that game and Arsenal were overwhelming favorites and we were underdogs for the first time in years in the cup final. That's a response to Ashraf, to someone that said that the news were about Arsenal losing that game, the cup, not about City winning in the cup final. So that is a good response. I understand why it was about, because Arsenal quad. I actually understand why the news were more about Arsenal. The clip I'm about to play is
Yeah,
in
that wasn't my
Arabic,
point. That was a super chat's point. by the
Yeah.
way.
but it's about what Quest is saying. I want to play it. It's in Arabic, but I'm gonna translate it to you. It's literally what Quest have said about the conversations and how people Arteta situation. But I thought it's absolutely fantastic. Only the people that speak Arabic will understand. I'm gonna try to stop it and translate.
لو انت شايف ان ميكائيل ارتيتا يمشي عشان هو جبان لو خسر الدوري ده، يبقى لما يكسب الدوري ده تقول ده جبان ولازم يمشي، لان هو اللي فرق ان مارجيه يبص الكرة غلط، ملوش اي علاقه هو بالشغلانه. يعني ما تخصش ارتيتا ببصله، لا زودت جرأة ولا قللت شجاعه، صح كده؟ انما لو انت شايف ان ميكائيل ارتيتا كسب الدوري فيستحق الثناء لان الراجل ده كسبك اول دوري مش فاكر من سنه كام و70، فيبقى انت وقتها لازم
2003
بهزر
2004
يعني.
ما تأفورش ما تبالغيش قوي كده.
ما تبالغيش قوي كده. 2003 2004 ده قريب يعني، صح؟
فانت قناعتك ايه؟
ارتيتا لو كسب الدوري ده لازم يكمل، صح كده؟ فيبقى ساعتها هل هو ده الراجل الشجاع؟
انت قناعتك ايه؟
Basically, there is a second part of the
disagree.
video.
But
Okay,
Yeah.
but let me explain to the people. Do you want to? Okay, what the guy said is he's
I can
asking the
okay, go ahead, yeah.
he's asking you can he's asking this is the he's asking the Arsenal fan. Go ahead, Ashraf. You can translate. Maybe you do better.
Basically he's saying if you're saying that Arteta is a coward and you know he's not playing that kind of attacking style and you think he should be out, you shouldn't change your argument now if he wins the league because they are only going to win the league because he gave that bad pass to Barry, right? But if you believe that Arteta is winning the league and it's the first league since 2003 2004 and he deserves the accolades and all that stuff and he's done a very good job, that's why they've won the league, then he should get the credit he deserves and he should continue with the team. Where I disagree with him,
Can
and
I
this is what I've
continue
said-
what is happening in the video
Yes.
after? The
Yes,
guy
yes,
asked him.
absolutely. Yeah,
I'm not gonna. The guy asked him straight. So what do you think? He said, "I think that Arteta should get massive credit because people don't understand where he's coming from. He is coming from a school that played very good football, and he tried that, and he lost the league, and he was called a butler. And the reason why he did this, what he did this season, is he's coming from a place of fear of losing the league. So he's very fearful in the majority of the game to not win it against the guy that he learned from to play attacking football. So he tried something else. And the guy is saying, anyone that said that Arteta's a coward, they don't understand that the guy played a very attacking football because he's a Pep disciple in the beginning and he got labeled every name on earth. So people need to understand that he's a fearful man this season because it was his last time. This is the last chance you're going to get. So it's coming from a place of fear. So if he gets it, don't judge him based on what you saw this season. Judge him based on the 4 years you've seen and the football he played.
The reason why I disagree is because first of all, yes, we were lucky that Gahey made such a stupid mistake, and obviously led to Everton's equalizing and stuff like that. But I also think Arteta should get credit for the fact that he switched the way we play. He switched the way we play against Fulham and against Atletico. And even against West Ham, I know second half was a bit nervy, and we had the Ben White injury. And fair enough, he gets criticism for the substitutions. But you can see that from the Fulham game, he made a change. He started playing Skelly in the middle. He started getting the attackers and the defenders and everyone to play more line-breaking passes. So if we win the league, yes, we were also helped with City being stupid against Everton. But he also changed the style, which now can give hope to all Arsenal fans that maybe now he's going to say, this is the style that got me to a Champions League final against Atletico. This is the style that saw me smash smash Fulham and get a very important win against West Ham. I'm going to continue that next season, right? But if he goes back to default settings next season, that is stupid. I don't think he should stay then. Right? I don't think that's right. Unless he wins the league and the Champions League, because it's a completely different thing. And where I disagree with what Mo was saying about, like, I'm not saying, I know that was not.
In the Champions League, you have to build him a statue.
But build him not just a statue, bro. He needs the Emirates Stadium. Name it. Name the Emirates Stadium. Name the Emirates Stadium the Arteta Stadium if he wins both. But where I disagree with what Mo was saying, and I know it's not Mo's opinion, but I'm just explaining. Like, I don't think Arteta lost the league because he played attacking football. I think he challenged for the league in a season where we were not expected to challenge because we played such incredible attacking football. And I think the reason we got 89 points the next season was because in the first half we were playing garbage football. By the way, we lost back to back against West Ham, Fulham and Liverpool before we went to Dubai and took a break. And when we came back from Dubai, we went back to playing fantastic attacking football and we broke the record again for the most goals scored. The reason why I think we didn't even challenge last season is because he went back into conservative mode and he played that conservative football all season, which is why there are 5-6 games I can name where we drop points in a stupid manner that had nothing to do with injuries before people say injury. The reason why I think this title race is closer than what it should be, right, even though I think we have a better team than City overall, is because he took so long to actually play attacking football. I think if he played proper attacking football from the start of the season, we would have been much farther ahead right now than City, right? I think the reason why we are winning this league by this small margin is obviously we have been the most consistent team, 100%, but also because City shat the bed multiple times and gave us a lot of openings, the same way how we gave them a lot of openings when we also like shat the bed in a couple of games and they came back. So I think attacking
Quest, my point is, there is conversation. My problem, Quest, is that there are people in that chat now that I got riled up just because I started asking questions. That's what Quest is talking about.
Point too. Yeah.
That is what Quest is talking about. You cannot ask questions. Don't. It wasn't like, for example, I'm gonna out someone who's I call a friend, a Texan friend, Dio. I don't know where the comment went, right?
Big up, Dio.
Right? But Dio wrote uppercase. You know, when you write uppercase, you're upset.
Yeah, Dio's man.
You know, when you write
like
the
when you
whole
and
paragraph,
Husam start the show.
I can go. Okay, let me go back to see what Dio did. Here we go. Here we go. So Dio here wrote.
Oh my God!
Paragraph.
Wow.
Just because we started asking, that's what Quest was talking about. Like about, can we have a conversation? Is it okay to ask questions about his style? Is it to ask questions about April and March? Is it okay to ask questions about his recruitment? No, he's not the one who recruited everything. But we are right to ask questions. It's okay. Even if you win the league, it's okay to ask questions about what happened in March and April.
Of course.
Yeah.
But people don't want to hear that. But I hear the argument in the video, to be honest with you. I hear the argument in the video. The argument in video is saying, if your whole time you're saying Arteta shit, don't change your opinion because Mark Gahey passed the ball backwards. Because that fine margin is not in your hands. Ashraf's point is so true that he changed in Fulham, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. But that could have been too late if Mark Gahey didn't pass the ball back.
Correct.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like it could have been too late. Why didn't you do it against Bournemouth? Why didn't you do it against Newcastle to rack up the goals? Why didn't you do it against Brentford, right?
I think the truth is a little
so
bit
the argument
for
is
this Arsenal thing. The truth, and I'm not tooting my own horn here or Mo's horn, to be honest. I think all five of us on the panel, like, we've been very objective when it comes to this conversation and all. Bro, We were capable this season of criticizing Arsenal after wins. We came here when Arsenal beat Newcastle 1-0. In Arabic, شرشحنا Arsenal. We cooked the crap out
And
of Arsenal.
quested Arsenal the best team in the league, Husam, on this show.
After 1-0, they beat Newcastle 1-0 and we cooked the shit out of them. And also, in a loss like the loss at home to Bournemouth, we also cooked them. When they lost away at the Etihad, we were more praising because Arsenal were the better side on the day, in my opinion. We were capable of having conversations from all multiple angles. My thing is, I'm watching Arsenal. I think, reacting to the Arab guy's video, at the end of the day, yes, it's the Guehi mistake, but Arsenal still have to win their games, and Arsenal found a way against West Ham. Oh, but they were lucky. Matthias Fernandes, Ederson made saves, Alisson made saves, Van der Sar made saves, Petr Cech made saves. All these fucking goalkeepers have made saves to help their team win the league. You know, Raya is part of Arsenal's team. Therefore, him making the save is a good thing for Arsenal, not a bad thing. At the same time, the Gabriel block, you know, Saliba being dominant all game. Odegaard comes on, Arsenal captain, has been criticized all season long. He comes on, he plays 3 through balls that all the Arsenal players were pussies. The whole game couldn't keep.
He went back to default settings.
Mendy was subbed on. He was so shit. Arteta subbed him off directly. He was left and was it's the truth. He was
Husam is correct. For example,
talking about certain things, certain things is in Arteta's control. Meaning, we came here after you beat Fulham 3-0. We said Arteta released the shackles and he let the kids play and they cooked. But okay, away at West Ham, they're fighting for their lives. They want to stay in the Premier League. They're fighting for their contracts for their families. At the end of the day, your keeper made the save, your forward scored the goal. Done.
And the opposite is also true. The opposite is also true because we have this one last. The opposite is also true because for me personally, maybe I'm not going to talk on their behalf. They can obviously do that, but I've praised our team after certain results that didn't go our way. I said we played well against City. I said we played well against Sunderland when we drew 2-2. And I didn't blame the manager or the players. Yes, you can say, okay, Raya made a mistake with the last one. You can say Declan Rice would have marked Ballard. But overall, we played really well. When we lost to Villa, I said, damn, we actually went for it. We really tried. We were missing all our defenders. Saliba and Gabriel were both injured. And then someone else got injured that game. I can't remember. And I said, hey, we lost, but we actually tried. We actually went for it. I completely recognize you playing the style means you will not win every single game. But I think on the balance of probabilities, you will win more games than not. So we can do both.
I think we always forget that Arteta is a victim of his own success. And what I mean by success is bringing the team to the top. We need to remember that this is Arteta's 6th season as a full-time coach. He literally said, I played Mazuz Kelly in the midfield late. He's learning still, by the way. Maresca said that. Maresca said, I'm learning on the job. Maresca said, I'm still learning. I think because Arteta has challenged so many times, we think that Arteta should know everything. I don't think he knows everything. I actually think that Arteta was hesitant to place Mazuz Kelly in the middle because every time he played him as left back, he didn't play well this season. So he was so hesitant to play him as a midfielder. And I think he's learning. I don't think that Arteta is like, he knows everything in football. I think he is learning. I think him winning the league this season, I'm not going to say by accident because Arsenal were top of the league the majority of the time. They were the best team in the league.
It's not accident, yeah.
It's not accident. But I think, I'm going to say here, by the way, and I'm still standing by my opinion. If you think, if you're a rival, if you're an Arsenal fan, and you watch Arsenal over the last 5 years or 4 years, and you think Arteta shit, don't change now because Mark Guehi passed the ball forward and because Arteta changed the last 4 games in the season. You know what? Don't change your opinion now and say he's a great coach. Say he won the league, great achievement, but don't come and say he's a great coach. Why? Because you were just criticizing him and say he's a bad coach and he doesn't know how to coach the team for 4 years. Because Guehi passed the ball backwards and because he played Mazuz Kelly in the middle and you won the league, it doesn't mean he's a great coach. That doesn't negate 95% of the shit, in your opinion.
But more people also need to stop having these extreme opinions. People who say he's a shit coach are idiots, and people who say he's one of the best coach, elite coach, one of the best in the world, I think are also idiots. He's a good coach.
I can't remember who said in front of me that Mikel Arteta is not even in active coaches in the world, is not even top 10.
Okay,
so
that's stupid. That's
top
stupid.
10's
okay.
crazy.
Now my problem is, so you're not top 10. So if Arteta wins the Champions League on penalties, you think that jumps him to top 4? And then you're stupid. That argument
No,
is
of course
stupid.
not. Yeah, it's
You know,
stupid. Yeah, I
how
agree.
stupid that argument
Based
is.
on
Right?
legacy,
agree.
he's
I
not
agree.
top 10.
Like,
yeah,
like,
but
yeah.
based
like
on
forget
actual
legacy, and I'm talking about a big like because Margay passed the ball backwards. You think Arteta's gonna win the league and he's gonna be top 5, but you think he's not top 10 today and he's coaching his shit. What?
Yeah,
Are
I
you
get
But
that.
at the same time, I think people
So
saying
don't
he's one of the
change.
best or second best is also stupid, right? Like the other extreme is also crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I'll
Can
go
I
on
ask you
record. I
something?
made
Do
a
you
video
think-
earlier
okay,
in the
see,
season.
Ashraf, can I say one thing? Question.
Yeah, go on.
Ashraf, it's 10 seconds.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you now. If Arteta wins the double, Ashraf is not gonna come here and say Arteta is the second best coach because I know
No.
Ashraf.
Yeah,
You see the difference?
He's been consistent.
Ashraf also isn't gonna change his opinion if Arteta wins the double. He ain't gonna say
I
he's
will
better than this, he's better than that.
I will change it over time because your opinion
Yes, you can
cannot
change it in
go
years.
from good to great in 2 days, right?
because
This is why.
because the penalty scored in a corner.
No, but I don't even need to go to Arteta. I can actually go to Gyökeres, right? When people tell me, "Are you going to change your opinion about Gyökeres?" It took me 3 or 4 months of defending Gyökeres before I started saying, "Yeah, I think he's not good enough." It's not gonna now. It's not. I'm not gonna change my opinion in 2 weeks. Now he has to do what he was doing now for another 3-4 months for me to say, "Okay, I think I might have got it wrong." It's the same with Arteta. For me to say he's gone from a good coach to an elite coach, you have to do things a lot more. Like you have to do it for a couple of more seasons. I agree with you. I hate when people flip their opinion in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I think that's stupid.
And I'll go on record, say earlier in the season, I think I don't know what it might have been the Wolves one, maybe when Igal crashed out on the terrace. I think I remember doing a video and I said, "Yo, Arsenal, if they want to succeed, they have to sack Arteta." But that's because at the time Arteta was displaying all the signs that we're talking about here, where he wasn't willing to change. He was being stubborn. He was consistently sticking with this sort of pragmatic football, not allowing his players to express themselves fully and take full control of these games and dominate these teams. So for me, in fact, he may have even been doing that, but we weren't seeing the results in the way that we've seen him in the last couple of weeks because he's been more. He's trusted his players a lot more. So for me, I would entertain an argument more if someone was saying that. The player, like Arsenal have won the league almost in spite of Arteta. I could understand.
I actually
that
think it's the
argument
other way around. I think
So you think
Arsenal-
Arteta's won it in spite of the players?
I think, without a shadow of a doubt in my mind, my opinion is Arteta won the league this season despite having this team.
Do you know what?
Especially, you know what?
I disagree. I disagree.
Hold on. So let me
I think
tell
the
you.
last
Hold on. I'm gonna
season, yes.
We have
put
the
the
best
caveat.
squad in the
I'm
league.
best
Put
in
the
Europe.
fucking
Yeah, I
caveat.
know.
And let me put the
We have
caveat.
the best squad in the league.
I'm gonna put the caveat. The reason why I'm saying this is because Saka was injured the majority of the season, Odegaard was out the majority of the season, and even Eze was frozen out injured. So I think having Madueke, Gyökeres,
Saka wasn't
and
injured majority of the season. That's a lie.
a lot of
Where'd
times
you get
Saka was
that from?
injured.
No,
Not
Saka
majority. You said majority of the season.
Was,
That's not
Saka
majority
was
of the
out
season.
for crucial periods.
He
but
played.
Mo,
He played 30 games in the Premier League this
Everybody
season
had
out of
crucial
36.
injuries at crucial times.
The minutes,
It's
how many
football.
minutes? Maybe. Every time I'm watching you, Saka's injured, Saka's limping, Saka's having a problem.
I
a
get
groin,
why you're
an
saying
ankle.
that.
Like,
Oh.
No, he's
he's
staying
playing,
injury, yeah.
like
Yeah,
Ashraf,
got you,
he's
got you,
playing
got
with an injury, he's having injection, he's not fit, he cannot play 90,
know,
he has to
but-
play 60. Like,
I
my
get that,
point
but
is,
he wasn't injured
him
majority of
having-
the season. But yeah,
But him having a half-fit Saka and Odegaard out, and Eze, a new guy that is literally was misfiring, only firing against Spurs. Bro, the attack is whack, bro. Can we just
No,
stop
but
that?
Mo,
It's
but Mo,
whack,
but Mo,
bro.
but Mo.
It's so fucking whack. It's
No, but Mo,
ridiculous.
hold on. You can't hold on. You can't sign a striker who wins the Gerd Muller trophy and your attack is bad. You can't
It is bad.
sanction. No, but I'm saying you can't sanction a player like Madueke yourself and then say, "Oh, it's my team that's letting me down."
Okay, hold on.
Do you see what I'm saying?
We can
And
criticize.
Eze-
But hold on, question. We can
Yeah.
criticize the recruitment 100% with you. Yeah, I will be with you. I will shake
No,
your
no,
hand.
but
I'll
I'm
shake
not.
your
But I
hand.
don't think recruitment.
No,
I think recruitment is
yeah.
bad with Madueke. That's it. I think
That's
everyone else
it.
is bang on. I think
Everybody else
Eze is bang on. I think
Nkapie,
Mosquera is bang on.
Eze,
Nkapie,
Mosquera.
even Gyökeres in the summer.
Gyökeres.
Let's not do revisionism. Everyone wanted him after Isak. I think that was spot on. You're saying all this, but the reality is, we don't have as shit of an attack as people are making it seem. And the proof is now, when we've seen the style change, which we all agree that from the Fulham game, he has made a clear change. Trossard, the attacker we've all been shitting on, has looked like one of our best attackers.
I think
like how he
Trossard
was
is not a bad
in the
player,
first-
but he ain't a starter
Exactly.
for the
Top.
team.
Trossard
No, but
is
he
top.
is.
Yeah,
Bro,
man,
if I
think
tell you
Doku-
Trossard,
I think
if
Doku
I
is
tell
better
you,
than him.
if
Yeah.
I
but-
tell you Trossard, that doesn't matter. If I tell you
It's not
Trossard
just
is the top
ability.
3 left winger in the Premier League, are you going to say that's crazy? It's not crazy. It's not crazy. Even if you put Doku ahead of him,
Hold
I don't
on,
think
hold
it's
on.
crazy to say.
He is top 3 left wing. I think Gakpo's better than him.
Trossard.
I don't think. By the way, I disagree with that. By the way. I
I like-
100%
guys,
disagree with Gakpo.
I
ahead of
don't like.
Trossard.
I don't
That's
think
mad.
that Trossard is a bad player, but I think
He's a top
Trossard's
player.
bad patches are awful.
They are.
Are
They
horrific.
I
are.
understand.
horrific,
I understand. But
Like,
that's this
and his
season.
bad
But last season and the
patches
season
are, like,
before, it was
terrible,
not bad.
bro.
That's this season. But the last couple of
Yes,
seasons, his
yes,
bad patches
yes.
weren't that long.
He got older. He got older.
Which is why I'm telling you, Mo, it could be
He's got
style.
older.
Why aren't you taking the style into account? Why can't it be that maybe the style caused him and Eze and all these guys to regress?
Because when he has Saka and Odegaard, and Eze, he plays all right. Because once Saka comes in,
No,
I
he
think
doesn't.
Arsenal played all right.
What do you mean? We played against Everton and Brighton, 2 games we won. We were shit that game,
Yeah,
those
struggled,
games,
yeah.
with those players available. We won,
Yeah.
fair, but we were shit those games. Against United, when we lost 3-2 at home, Saka was available. We were garbage that game. So it has nothing to do with I think Odegaard also played that game. Has nothing to do with that. I think outside Madueke and Havertz, and even, by the way, Havertz, I don't rate him.
Havertz is.
But is he
top
is
for
he a
that
bad
style,
backup?
system.
He's not a bad backup. If you
Yeah.
tell me Havertz is your backup striker, that's okay. That's not that bad. How many clubs in the league right now have a better backup striker than Havertz? Liverpool, you could argue. Even if you want to say Marmoush, which I don't even think is that great, that's it. I wouldn't say there's a lot of teams that have a better backup striker than Havertz. So Havertz isn't a bad backup. He's a bad starter. The same thing with
Yeah, that's fair,
Trossard.
that's
Trossard
fair.
and Martinelli are not bad backups. Eze, when he was playing on the left,
And
was
we're
fantastic. for
forgetting
us.
that Jesus is also there as well. So look, I agree.
Jesus is the third striker
Yeah.
is better than any third striker in any other
Yeah.
club.
I
Name
think
me a
you could
club that has a
argue
better
both
third choice
ways.
striker than Jesus.
Yeah, I think you could argue both ways. I think it's, to me, the reason why I say it's more so that the players did it in spite of Arteta, although I still rate Arteta highly for what he's done in the whole 6-year period. For me, the reason why is because I look at a player like Eze do what he did at Crystal Palace. And I know people say, yeah, but his numbers weren't high, blah, blah. Yes. But the truth is, with a player like Eze, he's a game changer. He's not always going to look good all game, but he's a moments guy. And you let your moments guy have their moments. For me, I didn't like the way he was even like arguing with Eze about not defending. That's not what you bought him for. You bought Zubamendi
Yeah,
to defend.
exactly.
You bought Hincapié to defend. You bought Calafiori and Mosquera to defend. Madueke shouldn't even be that deep, but he is that deep and everybody does it. So fair enough, right? So he has to do the job. But for me, when you buy some of these players to do what they do best, you can't then argue that they're not doing what they're not bought to do. Do you see what I'm saying?
And I
So
don't think
that's why
I
say
don't think the players are winning this league. I think the manager deserves so much credit. I think the manager
100%,
brought them to this
100%.
level. The manager deserves. I just think it's crazy to say he's winning it in spite of the players. I think that's ridiculous.
Yeah,
and for
yeah,
people in the comments, so you see how I don't want to insult because people will get sensitive and say, why is he criticizing us? You see how ridiculous people can be. I didn't even say Jesus is great. I didn't say Jesus is good either. I said, name me another club that has the third choice striker better than Jesus. The reality is they don't exist because clubs don't even have a
But
third
your
choice
first
striker.
two are not good.
My first, by the way, my first one.
Gyökeres is top.
Wait, stop. Again, we're having a different convo. Havertz is better than most strikers in the league that are backup. I'm saying the second choice.
Especially
Who's,
in that-
who's,
yeah.
okay, no. Why don't we
Our
start from the
first choice.
starter?
Yes,
Who's-
I am coming to that. Yeah, Habibi, I'm coming to your craze. I am building up.
No, I wanted to
I was
start from
saying-
the top.
No, I'll do it the way I want to. I want to start from the bottom. Jesus is a good third option striker. Havertz is a good second option striker. My issue is, yes, I want us to get someone like Alvarez as a first choice striker. Is
Not coming
Gyökeres
back to
garbage?
England.
Yeah, fair enough. Is Gyökeres garbage? I will take it back. He's not garbage because what he's done the last 10 games cannot be garbage. So I have to also not.
But who's
dispute it.
better, Calvert-Lewin or Gyökeres?
No, Gyökeres, man.
Hold on, let me ask Ashraf. Ashraf, who's better?
Is
Is it a debate? Is it a debate?
Gyökeres.
Is it a conversation?
You
Is it a
think?
conversation?
You can. I think it, so. based on the 3-4 months, the horrible 3-4 months that Joker has had, that made it a conversation. I think before that it wasn't, and after that I don't think it is. I think in the last 10-15 games, it's not been a conversation.
Okay, fair enough.
Who's better, Igor Thiago or Gyökeres?
Well, this season has
This
been
season,
Thiago for
Thiago
sure.
by far.
This season, yeah.
But this is why I say
Thiago's competing for a golden boot.
but the argument of class versus form.
Although he has
form,
scored
that's
like
what I mean.
8-9 goals penalties, but anyways.
Class is
Oh,
permanent,
but when
man.
Cole Palmer did it, no one cared.
Class is permanent.
Yes,
Gyökeres is
he
always
did.
going to
We
be a better
called it out.
striker than Igor Thiago.
Guys, what are we
Gyökeres is
doing?
one of the best strikers in the
What are we
world.
actually doing? What
So
I hear
that's
Fucking
My
Igor
point
Thiago
is, Arsenal's
king.
attack is not as bad as people are making it
Honestly.
seem. That's just crazy.
I've never
I think.
seen a shitter player in my life score 20 Premier League goals, bro. Allow it, man.
Yeah,
Fucking
I hear
Gyökeres
that.
What are you
would
talking
score
about,
25 goals. The way Brentford counter-attack, Gyökeres would score fucking 35 goals in that team, bro.
Yeah, I hear that. I hear that. Yeah, I hear that.
Maybe
Who's
he should've
better,
taken
Oli
over the acting team
Watkins?
then.
He's overrated.
Is
yeah,
Oli
he's
Watkins,
overrated.
Ikitike, Mateta's better or Gyökeres?
No, Gyökeres. Gyökeres.
read the supers. وصلنا ساعتين. Read the supers.
Gyökeres.
لا يا
Gyökeres.
Igor Thiago or
Gyökeres is probably what? Second best striker in the league?
This guy.
Comfortable. Second best striker in the league. Only to Haaland.
If you tell me I can have one at Liverpool right now all day, I'm choosing fucking.
Didn't he just say that
maybe
Gyökeres is
Isak.
only second
Maybe
to
Isak.
Haaland?
Maybe Isak. Maybe
I
Whoa,
didn't
whoa,
say that.
whoa, whoa, whoa. Husam, you're gonna sit there and listen to this guy say Gyökeres is better than Isak?
As a
No,
as
he
a
ain't.
goal scorer in world football, are we acting like
No.
Gyökeres
By the way, I
beat
think
up
I
Man
think
City 2 seasons ago? I'm
I
not
think
trolling.
Joao- I
TK is better than Gyökeres.
Quest,
Sadly, he's injured,
Quest,
but
I
he's way
think,
better.
I think your striker is better than your. Joao Pedro, I think, is the
Okay,
third
fair
best
enough.
striker
Fair
in the league.
enough. I just
Yeah.
personally like Gyökeres' profile of striker. Like he's got so
Yeah,
much
fair,
better
fair.
at holding up the ball since they've actually started playing it to him properly. And he's now showing he can run
Let's
channels,
respond to
he can cross
the...
balls, he can link up the play. For me, he's a striker. I just think he struggled in the Arsenal team.
But
That
you see,
system was not
Quest-
supposed to be
Quest-
for him.
Before Mo reads the super chats, you can now see in the comments what I was telling you like an hour ago, which
Yeah.
is I can criticize the club and defend the club when need be. Whereas
Yeah.
a lot of Arsenal fans, the moment I started saying like, oh, the attackers aren't bad, Arteta has done a bad job in this instance here, but he's a good coach. They're like, oh, what do you mean? Oh, and he started like, you see, like this is what I'm trying to say. Like, I agree with what Mo was
Yeah.
saying earlier. Like, unfortunately, Arsenal fans also are guilty of this. They can only see one side of the club
Yeah.
sometimes.
I mean, I'm defending Gyökeres and people are asking me if I'm trolling. That is unreal.
More remember,
that's-
let's
that is
respond to this so we can get out of here because we've been here for a while. More remember, I super chat that I understood what Mikel Arteta was trying to do some time ago. That doesn't mean I agree, but I do understand. Yeah, that's a response to him being fearful a little bit. I'm pragmatic, like him being pragmatic. So I understand where AMT is coming from.
Yeah.
Panel, please tell me how much better our attack would be if we just had one of Kane, Olise, Yamal, Vinny, Haaland, or Fitz Saka were playing scared. Ashraf, can
mean-
you answer this? Oh,
Yeah,
Quest,
go on,
Quest, go ahead. Quest, go ahead. No, Quest.
Yeah,
Those are all very different names. so-
I was just going to say, I agree with Ash wholeheartedly when we say it would be as good as Arteta would let them play. But he wasn't doing that all season. And we saw that.
Yeah.
That's why there was so many arguments. So
Yes.
Also,
Yes.
Marco, just a quick one, Marco. So why did Arteta want Havertz and Madueke then? Why did he insist
Good
on
question.
getting these two players?
Zubimendi subbing shows Mikel Arteta is still learning this job. He is definitely learning. The guy was afraid
That
to
was
sub
a
Zubimendi out.
cojones move.
that was
Yeah,
a cojones move. That was a Mourinho.
He literally
I
was
respect
scared to
that.
sub Zubimendi off, bro, most of the
Yeah.
season. He was just
What
scared.
do you think he does in the final?
I think he's...
He's the best team he's possibly got, but it's not. It's going to be Miles.
Is he going to
Lewis
play
Skelly
the
again.
experience or is he going to play the youth?
Nah, Lewis Skelly. And Zubimendi will accept
Skelly,
this
yeah, 100%
season because it's his
Skelly.
first season. If Zubimendi had been there longer, this would be a problem. But it won't be a problem because it's his first year. So he'll just bite the bullet. and
I
deal
know,
with
but
it.
he's a very experienced player who has played in big finals before. Asking a kid from the academy who's basically been benched the entire season to go win you a Champions League final is a lot of pressure.
Yeah,
we're
but the
not,
thing is-
but Kelk, we're not asking Skelly to win as a Champions League final.
Yeah,
are we?
no.
Well,
We're
then
asking
yes,
him to
you
be
are,
part-
because if you're going to put
No,
him in the
we're
lineup,
not.
you're asking him to
No,
go
we're
win the
not. We're
final.
asking him to be
Go
part
in
of
and
a
win the
team that
final.
does that. So what? Like when you say we're asking him to win as a Champions League final, as if he has to beat Vitinha and John Neves by himself. Like, come
Yeah.
on, Kelk.
And I would argue you've probably got a better chance with Lewis Skelly because players that have come from the
Agreed.
academy have more desire to want to work for the team. Not saying Zubimendi isn't a hard worker, but there's that sense of Arsenal through and through. We have to do this. So
not just that, the spaces PSG give you when they attack.
Yes.
Kelly can exploit that better in Zubimendi because of the way he runs, because of the way he
He's
carries
got a
the ball,
wicked
and
left foot.
is
Yeah, good guy,
he's
man.
got
Zubimendi's gonna
Yeah.
play. Ash, we don't have a better team than City
don't
since
think so.
January. I don't think the Arsenal have a better team than City since January.
I still think we have a better team. We have a better defense. We have a better midfield. I think they have the better attack. But even better attack,
I would say you've got
it's
the better
Semenyo,
team.
Doku, and Haaland. Actually, Semenyo is not better than Saka for me. He's better this season, but he's not a
Yes,
better
he's
player
better
overall.
than Semenyo, yeah.
And Haaland and Doku, fair enough. I'll give you that. I think their
Yeah.
backup attackers aren't that great. I don't rate Marmoush. I don't rate Savio. I don't
I
rate.
like Marmoush, but not Savinho.
Do not rate Ryan
I don't know who
Cherky?
else is there.
Shirky, yes.
I
Shirky's
count Shirky as a 10. I don't count him as an attacker.
for me,
Wallahi,
That's
Played
a
most of the
forward.
season as a right wing.
Shirky in
But
talent.
when
is
you
Berg
great.
in the
wait,
middle.
but you were not doing well that time. Your team started playing way better when he started
Yeah.
playing in the 10 and Semenyo on the right and Doku on the left.
No, we won 8 straight games with Turkey.
And is Shirky better than Eze and Odegaard? Yes, he is. Definitely.
He's better than them talented wise, and in a lot of ways he's better than them as a player. But there's something about Eze, man. Something about Eze. For me, this season was it was that decision to play Eze consistently in his position that I think changed the whole season for me personally. So yeah.
Wallahi, Ash, if you genuinely believe Arteta has a better squad and team than Pep since January, and with all the injuries this season, you must be deluded.
But
What do you mean injuries? When I said squad, I don't care about injuries. I'm counting squad when everyone is there. That's crazy, Diallo. When everyone is there, I don't think Gehi and Semenyo propel them over us. I think it makes it close, very close. But I think overall we're better. I think we're much better than them defensively. I think we're better in keeper as well now. And I think midfield, in my opinion, outtake ours. I actually don't rate Bernardo Silva. I mean, now.
Bernardo's leaving. You don't need to worry about him anymore.
Yeah. So I don't rate him that much. What? Really?
I mean, it's the year 2026. He's been on the decline for a few seasons, so I'm not really surprised by.
I think he's probably not the best player, but I think he's their most influential player, Bernardo Silva. You know.
And now with Skelly playing, in
tricky.
the midfield, I think we even have better depth with Zubimendi and Moreno, who I think both can come in and do a good job. I know Moreno's injured, but again, I'm talking about the overall squad. When I look at City's midfield, Nico Gonzalez, fair enough, I rate him. But I don't think Reinders does a good job. I don't think Kovacic does a good job. Who else plays for them there?
Kova's washed.
I don't.
It's only really Rodri,
exactly.
innit? Rodri and
Rodri and then Nico Gonzalez.
Shirky.
Shirky, obviously, 100%. Yeah.
I forgot about Phil Foden, I guess. And
But there's a reason I didn't mention Phil Foden.
Who is outscoring a lot of your players, just even though he's been benched half the season.
That's
Phil
crazy.
Foden,
I actually forgot he plays for them. I'll be real.
I don't think Phil Foden has been better than
Started
Odegaard or
again.
Eze this season, by the way, and that's crazy to say, given
he's
that neither
outscoring
of
them.
Yeah, he's outscoring them because he's stat padding in some games, but he's been shit majority of the games, though.
What games is he stat padded in?
There was a League Cup game or something he played where he scored like 2 goals, if I'm not wrong. I'll check it now. 1 second.
I rate Foden. I just think right now.
And when I said he was outscoring, I meant Prem goals. I didn't mean all comps.
Yeah. I rate Foden, but
that was only in the beginning. After that, he died off.
Yeah, he's fallen off a bit. I mean, if you are literally a franchise player where you come from the academy, you've won a treble with them, and you get dropped for Shirky, that's a bad sign.
He's won 2 trebles.
Congratulations to him. Being dropped is crazy if you've won 2 trebles. That says a lot. I think that says a lot. But I rate him.
By the way, I just
he barely did anything in the first treble.
I don't know
domestic treble, but he's still.
Okay, I don't know what, Jonathan, you sent something called Sinta Goat Trophy. I have no idea what a goat trophy is, Jonathan. I don't know what that is on YouTube. I've never heard of it before. I actually don't even see the comment out there, Jonathan, just to let you know. So if someone is educated more than me, I have no idea what it is. I don't know if that is a donation or what it is. I have no idea what it is, Jonathan, to be honest with you, my man. It's something very strange. It doesn't even appear anywhere. So I know that it must be something you paid for, and I appreciate it. I don't know where does it go. I actually have no idea. Diallo's saying, look at our forwards. Mikel Arteta's doing the Lord's work. We debated this. Diallo, Ashraf doesn't think so. So it is something that
that's I think that's ridiculous for you to say.
We debated this, so I don't know what it is. What is the City lineup? Lol, they ain't winning. Kel, can you tell us the lineup quickly?
You're on mute, Kel.
I think Glasner's in Pep's head. I have no idea.
So
what
can
he's playing.
you tell us
Is
the
the
lineup?
back
Tell us-
five? Yashko Vardiol is back.
Back
He's
five,
rotating for the
yeah.
cup. I don't know what this
can
is.
you-
He's playing
tell
Donnarumma.
us
He's
the
playing Donnarumma.
Oh, it's
Donnarumma,
Donnarumma,
Guardiol.
Mateus Nunes, Gehi, Kusanov, Yashko Vardiol is back.
Okay.
Aït-Nouri, Bernardo Silva, Phil Foden, Semenyo, Holland, and
No. Holland is on the
Fabinho.
bench. Marmoush. No, Holland's on the bench, I think. Marmoush.
Holland is. Sorry, I meant to say Marmoush. My bad.
Yeah.
I have no idea why Savinho's in there. But
He lost it. Guys,
I
did you
told
see
I
that?
think Glasner is in.
But by the way,
is in
Palace have benched Kamada and Adam Wharton. Both are on the bench, but everyone else is starting.
Oh, then maybe.
And
okay.
Sar.
I
And
saw
Ismail
the
Assad as
lineup
well.
and I said we have no midfield.
Guy, let me.
Year
listen.
2026, Bernardo Silva is not it.
Did you see the video of Odegaard telling Jared Bowen to stop Matias Fernandes from getting another card? You see, we are helping West Ham. Did he actually do that, Saloom?
Wow.
I don't remember. Wow.
I don't remember that. I didn't see it. Someone sent me that clip, actually.
Good guy.
Arteta
Odegaard.
is easily top 5 coaches in the world. Be real. It's a debatable thing. It's a debatable.
If you want to say he's top 5, that's fine. We can have the debate. That's okay. And I do think he probably does make top 5, but he's not an elite coach. I think that's crazy, Diallo. You're going mental with that.
Wallahi, 80% of our attack is, by the way, mediocre to shit.
Arsenal.
What?
Crazy.
Diallo is
It's a nice
going
little man
hard on
saying that
that.
about his own team. So.
Besides Rice, we didn't buy a single top-tier player. Zubamendi is supposed to be a top-tier player. based on
Supermendi,
what Liverpool-
Gyökeres.
And
Hincapié.
Gyökeres and Eza.
Eze.
That's what?
I'm going to tell you something.
People are
Moses,
mad.
Guys,
You
I'm going to
see-
tell you something, JT. See, I don't even agree with this because even Hincapié is a 45 million euros left center
Hot.
back from
Invincible.
Leverkusen. That
Yes.
is supposed to be. That's the la creme de la creme of the left backs. in the
Wait a
Bundesliga.
second. What about Calafiori when he came from Italy? Calafiori from
Bologna.
Italy was considered a top defender.
You see,
Yeah.
guys, you see
He's a
what I
starter.
said earlier?
I was going to
It's
say it's a
not
starter
all
for Italy, but
time.
Italy suck now, so maybe that's not the barometer. So Italy are terrible. But yeah, that's
What?
mad. I'm sorry.
Wow.
Thank you, Mo. They don't want to hear the truth about Gyökeres. We'll see. Maybe you. By the way, I don't rule out that Gyökeres start next season and he becomes good. By the way,
Maybe.
like,
I think he's
like
good
I'm
now.
not. I don't rule it
Forget
out.
next season. He has what 14 goals in the Premier League this season.
Yeah, he's
If
done
he
well.
scores, if
20.
he scores
You
a
go from
goal.
scoring 60 goals to like 20. That's quite.
No,
a
I
jump.
know,
No,
but
Premier
the Premier
League-
League is a much harder league, right?
Yeah.
And
If he
meanwhile,
scores
Erling
against,
Haaland came into the Prem and set the record. His first.
Yeah, but he's a
season for
freak.
goals
He's
in
a
his-
Yeah.
freak. He's a freak. He's a freak.
how could you give me the anomaly as the example instead of
Yeah,
using the
yeah.
norm?
He's a freak.
Yeah, that's mad.
Haaland's a
It-
freak.
And by the
you
way,
know?
and that's
good.
and that's coming from
those kind of players
that-
do that kind of stuff.
that's coming from
Don't
a
put
from a
them in the
critic
same
of Gyökeres. No, nobody put him in the same sentence. I didn't put them in the same sentence. I'm saying
Nobody did. Nobody did, Kelk. No
if
one
he
ever
scores-
said that he's even half
Exactly.
of Erling Haaland left foot. Okay,
I just-
not
But
even, no one said.
if Gyökeres scores against Burnley and then scores against Palace, let's say, and he ends on 16 goals and we win the league, you cannot say
Not
16 goals in your first season is bad.
Bad.
It's not
It's
great,
good.
but it's
It's
not
good.
bad.
It's
Yeah.
good. It's
The
good.
Prem.
Guys, we still have 700 people
For a
in the
striker,
house
I think
here.
That's poor.
Guys, can we get the next
16 is not
220
bad.
likes to get
Good numbers for a midfielder.
guys?
Not a striker. A striker. Come on. You should be bagging 20 goals minimum.
Wait.
Not
Perfect.
against
So
Burnley
name
and
me.
Leeds and all these
Perfect.
shit teams that you just
Oh,
listed off.
Perfect.
No,
So
you-
name me how many strikers get 20 goals every season?
There's at least 3 of them right now. I don't know.
Yeah, but again, I mean, Thiago took like 8, 9 penalties, maybe 10 in fact.
So penalties don't count? Okay.
Yeah, but Gyökeres didn't get those many penalties. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You have to look at the other factors as well.
People in the
a
chat, you knew what I was gonna say, guys. Can we get the likes to at least 350, guys? Half the percentage before we end the show. The like button is before. And also, I want to tell you guys something about this. You can hype the video. It's something new on YouTube. Go ahead, Quest, before I do the...
No, I was just going to say, as a top striker, right, you come into this league, the only excuse you have for not scoring above 14, 15 goals, and let's say 15 goals, right, is if your team's winning trophies. So I think he's doing both. So I have to rate it.
Fair
Like
enough,
a lot
fair
of
enough.
strikers don't do 20 goal a season, 20 goal seasons, and if they do, they don't do it consistently. So
I don't even think 16
rate
goals
it.
is great. I don't. I think it's okay. I think it's decent.
It's
I
not
don't even
amazing,
think
but if
it's good.
other people in your team are contributing, it's a good little
Yeah,
return.
yeah.
Good little return
Yeah.
with assists.
I will say it again, like our attack, it's very good. We can win with it as a team, but it's not an elite attack like PSG, Bayern, Real, Barcelona. No one have
We
said
agree.
that.
Marco, nobody disagreed, but that's not why we haven't been playing attacking football. That is nothing.
Yeah.
In fact, the build-up comes from the defenders and the midfielders. It doesn't come from the attackers. Attackers receive the build-up. Our build-up has been shit for a lot of the season. It has nothing to do with the attackers.
Arteta is a shit scout, but an elite coach.
He's not
Fair
an elite
enough.
coach. That's stupid.
Elite is a bit too much.
He's a good coach. He's a
Everyone
very good coach.
At Arsenal defense, this is the way.
This is because I was
Yeah.
saying about why the midfielders, Eze and that are being asked to defend. I get it, guys. I get it. I'm also just saying a coach like Arteta, especially if you haven't won anything or not start getting onto players that he didn't buy to defend for not defending. That's your
They
fault.
always conflict.
And I
back
agree,
signing
Spike.
with
He's
top
not
coaching.
a shit. Yeah, he's not a shit scout either. I actually agree. He's a very good scout when it comes to the defensive side of the players. He's actually an elite scout there. He's not the scout, but as in like his choices are really good.
Yeah.
They always conflate bad signings with top coaching. Fair enough. Yeah, maybe that Diallo. We'll see. Gakpo started 30, 76 minutes. Average GA is 7-5. Trossard started 20, 64 minutes. Average GA is 6 and 6. I checked it. Numbers wise, Trossard is better, but not by a mile. Gakpo plays in a way shitter team, in my opinion.
Nah, don't do that. Even last season it was that close between them. Come on, don't do that.
With a worse coach.
Last season also it was close between them. And Trossard is a better dribbler. He's a better finisher in my opinion. He's a better passer. Like, I think it's crazy to say Gakpo's better than Trossard. Not crazy, sorry. It's not crazy. It's not crazy. But for me saying Trossard is a top 3 left winger in the league is not mental either. Because you cannot name more than 3 better than him.
Didn't Slot win the league with Feyenoord?
He did,
Yes.
I don't know if you can say he's a
Feyenoord?
wait.
Yes, with
Feyenoord.
Feyenoord. Not with Ajax or PSV. He won it with the third team.
PSV, yeah. Like,
Jurrien Timber wasn't a top player. Jurrien Timber wasn't.
I agree with that.
Yeah,
because the top players from Ajax, big up, Kel. The top players from Ajax, from Ajax actually were, I think, De Jong, De Ligt, and then Jurrien Timber came after.
Yeah.
Just the last 3. I have a specific set of skills. I won't look for you. I won't find you, but I randomly run into you. You'll get a hug for your great content. Thank you so much for this. Appreciate you, my man.
Big up,
We're trying our best. Big up, Magnum, for this. Appreciate you so much. Magnum Vodkus.
Great name, isn't it?
From Norway.
What is that? Yeah, that's it's a Norway name, right? That's
Norway.
Norwegian name. That's a very good name. Show me a player widely considered as one.
His name is Magnus, right? Magnus is also the name of
Magnum.
I thought it's Magnus because the number one, the greatest chess player of all time is called Magnus Carlsen. They have cool names, these guys.
Show me a player widely considered as one of the best in their position that we fought multiple other top teams to get and we signed them.
Declan Rice.
This guy is not a top team.
Timber. Man United wanted Timber. Timber. Yeah.
Wait a second. There's a name you guys won't like.
Calafiori. Ashraf, you remember Calafiori saga?
Yeah.
But there's a bigger name you guys won't like. I think he should. But there's a name you guys won't like. Kai Havertz was linked to Real Madrid and Bayern. Both were chasing him that summer, and we paid 65 million first and got him. I don't know why they wanted him, but they wanted him. I don't know why.
I remember Bayern were drooling over him that summer. Bayern were drooling over him that summer because Thomas Muller was rumored to leave, and Thomas Muller extended 1 more year because Arsenal got him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Loads
of teams.
I don't rate most of our attackers, bar Saka and Eze. Trossard and Odegaard are good enough. So that's why I respect the coaching Arteta is doing.
Yeah, Arteta deserves a lot of credit. I mean, you take that team. Realistically, they only bottled the league in seasons past because Pep is a freak. And to be fair, because the team mentally weren't ready. They just weren't ready. They needed to go through
I
this
hear that,
in order
yeah.
to be ready for this race, and it's peaked right at the right time. Everybody, yes, loads of teams have fallen off, yes, but Arsenal have stayed consistent throughout the whole season. I don't
Someone
like the way
said
that
no one reads the super chats properly. Here you go.
we do.
Show me a player widely
Oh,
considered as one
geez.
of the best in their positions that we fought multiple other top teams to get, and we signed them. Literally, we
Saying
debated that point.
Yeah. It's because we mentioned
We
people like
literally
No,
Spurs.
debated
no,
that point.
No. He's because I think what I got what they're saying. Because they're saying only Rice was considered one of the best in his position, and we went for him. The others weren't considered one of the best in their position. That's a fair point.
Okay, fair
That's a
enough.
point.
That's a very fair point.
But then you could argue
so-
Calafiori was one of the best, and so was Hincapié.
He wasn't one of the best in the world. He wasn't one of the best in the world. I'm gonna tell you guys. I'm gonna tell you guys on a secret that you guys don't understand. When Arsenal signed Declan Rice, he wasn't even considered top 10 midfielders in the world or top even 20. Just to let you guys know, because he was at West Ham. There was players in the world. I can name 20 midfielders in the world that were higher considered than him when he signed for Arsenal. Because you're talking about the world, I can name 20. Because
fair
But
enough.
wait a second. No, wait a second. Gyökeres
That's
is
what I
considered a
said.
top tier striker.
Yeah.
Exactly. Gyökeres is
Barcelona.
100% in that list.
Yeah.
W's for
Except
Arsenal.
United wanted him. Yeah, Gyökeres is 100% in that list.
We're not going to even say that Declan Rice was a West Ham player. He was considered one of the best midfielders when there was Chouameni's and Camavinga's and Toni Kroos and Casemiro. Rice wasn't one of the best midfielders in the world at that time, with all due respect. There was Kevin De Bruyne, there was Rodri, there was Kimmich.
The only I just realized Gyökeres also doesn't apply, because the super chat said that we fought the world to get, and actually Gyökeres was twerking for us. Exactly, I was going to say that. Sean.
Okay, yeah.
Gyökeres was twerking for us all summer.
Okay.
Gyökeres refused to go coach to train and was begging us to please sign him. So you know what? Fair enough. Gyökeres also doesn't come under that.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
You win, JT, for this. Listen, I want to
Big
thank
up,
everyone
JT.
that joined us. The guys channel, this is one of the best shows I do every week, to be honest. It's never boring. The show with Ashraf. Quest knows ball as well. His channel in the description. You'll see Quest here. You see him on the Football Terrace with Terry, of course. You'll see Ashraf on the Cora Pod on Saad, and also on his channel. Kelk, of course, is on True City Fan. It's her channel with Patrick, so go and support. And Don Osam, which is this one, is gonna take you to Crystal Palace versus Man City watch along for Osam. So go and support my man Osam. Until next time, I can't believe Ashraf is here with Gyökeres propaganda. He doesn't like Gyökeres, I'm telling you.
Yeah, come on. I don't. I'm just being fair. That's what it is. Like, but do I want to upgrade on him? 100%, bro.
100%.
I want to give me.
I will.
We'll
We'll see you guys on Osam's watch along, and I want to make sure I redirect it. And one more. Magnum is saying it's Norwegian. Stop stream snipping, but keep it up, Mo. You and Terry, fair guys. Norway hasn't been in the World Cup in 28 years, but I would rather Arsenal win this year. But Norway is in the World Cup, isn't it? You guys are one of the favorites with Haaland and Odegaard.
Yeah. The interesting fact for you: the last time you were in the World Cup, Magnum, you were in the group with my country, Morocco, and unfortunately, you made it to the next round and we didn't, because Brazil rotated their full team in the last game.
Because
and they let
Brazil
you win
cheated
2-0.
in 1998.
They didn't
because
cheat,
Brazil
but as in, yeah, they
cheated.
let you guys go through. They didn't cheat, but they let you go
1998,
through.
they let you guys win. Because
Yeah.
Brazil cheated. I remember. Wallah, I remember. I remember that. I will see you guys on the next stream, and I will see you guys tonight on Ahwa and maybe on the Football Terrace, and we're out of here, people.